It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about being boy, okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm alive by the motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
No promises, Tommy. No promises. Morning, everybody.
What's up?
Boy here with you, 560 WQAM on a nasty day down here in South Florida.
I literally just pulled up to my house.
Oof. The people driving in the rain down here.
It's not even that. It's like there's nothing quick that happens at the hospital.
Oh, well, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
You know, hey, come over real quick. We want to get some blood work in before your surgery. Okay. I'm like, hey, man, you said quick. You weren't first, sir. I'm like, that's not quick.
Jeez. That's not quick.
Hey, man.
Right.
The bird gets the worm, bro.
I thought I was just running in and running out.
It's not going to be like a pit stop. Like it would be
That's the way they made it sound.
Like
come
NASCAR.
over. I said, come over and say, well, you know, I gotta work.
You got some
I said,
easy
to be
veins.
quick.
You got some easy veins to find.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Dude, like I'm like, what kind of blood check are y'all doing? You like they just keep loading up those vials.
Yeah. Man. How many do they take?
5?
Wow. What are they doing with all that blood?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seeing you if you're part of, you know.
They're gonna clone Leroy.
Maybe.
Y'all don't want more than one of me. I promise you.
Bigger mouth Leroy.
We know that he's part Wolverine. Maybe they're just they're taking out the blood and just trying to see what they got there.
I mean, this got to the point where I've even got my days mixed up. I thought my surgery was on Friday next week.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to inform you on that one. Yeah. Let us get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Is Duncan off the table?
Off the table, dude.
Hey.
One day, number 55 will hang in the rafters.
Hey, he is. I mean, listen. Kudos to like the comeback, right? Because that dude hasn't been like. I mean, he couldn't get on the court.
It's amazing. But I mean, like it started last year in the playoffs. You definitely saw that last year, like with Strus's struggles and him getting out there. Obviously, they didn't have Tyler in the playoffs, so he got more of an opportunity. But you could just see mentally, he seemed to let a lot of stuff go and was just playing with, this edge. And now he has just such a I don't know, man. He has like I can't believe I'm saying this, but like Duncan Robinson has a swagger. He has a swagger.
You know what? And his swagger came when his bag increased, right? Like his skill set. Because I could understand if you were a one-trick pony and that ain't working, how you could get, you have nothing else to go to, right? But one of the things that's been so amazing about Dunks is the fact that now he's taking it to the rim. Now he got the teardrop. Now he's assisting. Now he's ball handling. Now he's taking guys off the dribble. Like all these things have come together to the point where now you don't just look at him as a three-point shooter, although you do. Because if I can recall, let me finish. If I can recall, somebody on this show said, I don't want to see the damn teardrop. Shoot the 3 dunks.
Right. Well, listen, first of all, let's say what it is last night. I mean, he made 7 baskets. 6 of them were from downtown. Last night was that dude can still shoot.
Wait, I'm not saying he could never shoot, but it seems like his ability to do more things offensively has freed up his 3-point shot even more.
I would agree with that. But he is killing it from three this year. What does he shoot? 44% from three this year.
Killing it. Wait,
44%.
Does that mean we're gonna have a representative in 3-point contest?
They should. We should do it like it was in the Jimmy's first season, where it was Bam winning the skills and Derek Jones winning the slam dunk, and Dunks when Dunks was introduced to the world was in the 3-point contest. I think he needs some redemption in the 3-point contest. I would like to see him do that again. I would like to see him.
That's not even the biggest story in basketball, though.
Yeah, you're right. Jaime Jaquez Jr.'s footwork. That crossover Euro step the hands.
No, how about the spin move and the double splitting the double cover, the double team?
You want to know something? Like, he comes into this and he's like, who's your favorite player? Jimmy Butler. And I'm like, that's okay, that's kind of crazy. But like last night, so Jimmy doesn't play in the fourth quarter, but they didn't lose Jimmy Butler because Jimmy and Jaime samesies. And last night, here are their numbers. Jaime Jaquez, 17 points. Jimmy Butler, 15 points. Last night, 10 assists for Jimmy Butler, 8 assists for Jaime Jaquez, 6 rebounds for Jaime, 7 rebounds for Jimmy Butler, 1 steal apiece.
Yeah.
I mean, and both doing that spin move in the paint. It's crazy. They got another Jimmy Butler. They do.
Except for the whole collar and look.
It's a different look, but they got another Jimmy Butler. Right. This guy is
so which leads me to believe then why in the hell would you then add somebody like DeMar DeRozan?
Oh, I'm not into that.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not
like that was my whole issue problem with it. It has nothing to do with how great DeMar DeRozan is. You have a guy like that. And when this team predicates itself or praises itself on spreading the floor and creating space and opportunities for everybody, when you space the floor, why would you have another guy that does the same thing that doesn't space the floor?
I don't know, man. It's so crazy. And Jaime's another one. Like, people came into this, they're like, I don't know if this guy's going to be able to shoot in the pros. Oh, really? Is that the case? Seems pretty confident to me.
He seems pretty confident.
Seems like he's got a good stroke going for me.
I think that's the most incredible thing. He is the first young player in a long time that has come to the Heat and not felt like either intimidated by other guys on the floor, and I'm talking about his own team, and kind of, passing the ball. He's from day one, he's been extremely aggressive.
Very aggressive.
He has not, he doesn't look for Jimmy or anybody else. He tries to get his first. It's been a while since we've had a young player that comes to the Heat and has been that aggressive without kind of like, kind of sitting back and letting the other guys do it.
That's
like even Dunks, when Dunks first got in.
Yeah, Dunks was basically it was bombs away, dribble handoffs all with Bam, and they had a great relationship and chemistry right off the bat. But no, Jaime, it was interesting talking to him on Sunday about this. Like, he's just like, yeah, there hasn't been a moment where I've been trusted. It's just all kind of been, I was given the chance, and I knew when I was given the chance that I was going to be able to go here because I prepared so much for it. And then, he just appreciates all these guys fueling him. Like, every time something good happens with them, they're all putting first team on there because they want to be first team all rookie, which seems like a shoo-in so far.
Right.
But even like last night, Brandon Miller's like the number 2 overall pick. You tell me who the number 2 overall pick was last night. You tell me. That Brandon Miller does look like he's gonna be talented, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still trying to get over Halliburton.
He's a shooter.
He is a shooter.
Hey, I'm still trying to get over how productive Halliburton is with that ugly ass shot.
I don't know. Yeah, that was crazy yesterday. So Giannis scores 64 last night, and in a Bucks Pacers game, and apparently there's a brouhaha because he wants the game ball.
You guys might have been watching the Heat.
I was watching the Heat. I wasn't watching this.
I will inform you what happened.
So what happened?
Wait. We got it. Yeah, what happened?
So during the game, obviously after the NBA in-season tournament semifinal, where Halliburton did the Dame time.
Yeah,
there's some friction between this
little
team.
beef.
Yeah, so Milwaukee came out and just took it to them. Indy was trying to get back. During the game. Neesmith, I think his name, Nesmith or Neesmith?
Neesmith. Yeah.
Neesmith fouled Giannis. Giannis did a spin move on him and went up. And when he fouled him, he brought him down through the shoulders and he brought him down.
Stop him from shooting
hard.
Yeah.
Crazy eyes. Bobby Portis lost his mind.
Oh no.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wanted to come off the bench and beat up Neesmith, and the bench had to hold him back. So now it just ratcheted up everything. Now Giannis is putting up points. He's got 45. He's got 50. They're up by double figures. They're up by 18.
Killing him.
He's trying to get the record. He already has 50 points with the Bucks, but now he's trying to break I don't know. I think Michael Redd's record or whatever.
Michael Redd had the record? I would have thought Lewis Cinder would have had the record.
I thought so too, but I think it was Michael Redd.
Michael Redd had a Bucks record still. How about that?
Bro. So he's going to the free throw line. He's I think he went to the free throw line 32 times.
32 times. He was 24-32 yesterday from the line.
He hit it.
He could have scored 70.
So
could have scored 70.
He couldn't. No, here's what makes it even worse. He gets the record.
Mm-hmm.
All the bench warmers for both teams comes in. Indy scoring points. So what was a 20-point lead is now a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go.
Classic Pacers.
Young rookie coach Griffin, he puts in his starters back in. Now Giannis is getting more points.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Oh,
wow. 10:15 today.
A quarter.
Wow. She doesn't love us. She ain't even tried. You ain't even tried this morning, JFig.
Jeez.
Wow. And
What
did
was
she
going
bring
on?
donuts? Because that seemed like she stopped for donuts.
She did not stop for donuts, dude. You can be seen, by the way. I can move my camera.
What's up, Def Leppard?
Yeah. Leroy says, "What's up, Def Leppard?"
Is that's the group with the one-arm drummer, right?
Yeah, it sounds like something they would do. So go ahead. So
So they were down 10. Indy came back with the bench warmers. They put Giannis and all the starters back in. Now the record goes from 57. Now he's got 60. Now he's got 64. But here's the thing. Indianapolis, they put in their bench warmers.
Right.
One of their the bench warmers they brought up, scored his first NBA first NBA point.
What is this guy's name? Oscar
Agba,
something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name, but Oscar scored a point.
He got 1 point, Leroy.
So
1 point.
Indy
Free throw.
Indy Pacers, I think they knew Giannis wanted the ball. They purposely took the game ball.
Yeah. To give it to the rookie.
To say that they gave it that's his first point. Because I've never heard this ever in my life. I know in baseball, when you get your first hit, they give you the ball. But never in basketball have I ever heard when you score your first point, they give you the ball. I don't think
I'd like to ask that tonight. Like if I went and asked Jamal Cain, hey, do you have the basketball from your first game? I bet you they would all say no. It seems like a big team petty move.
Right.
So they took the ball. Giannis realized it, and him and the rest of the Bucks players that were on the court, they lost their minds. They were trying to
chased him down the tunnel.
They were trying to run down the tunnel to get the ball back. And then they said, "There's 2 game balls." That I've never heard that. I just thought you played with 1 game ball.
I think there are 2 game balls.
No, there's a backup ball, and
I think they might have gave Giannis the backup ball, and he wanted the actual game ball. He said because
he gave him fake game ball.
They gave him fake game ball, and he lost his mind.
Man. I gotta tell you, I have saved. I still have all of my balls that are, and then you give it to the trainer, and they paint it up and put the stats on it.
Look, if this is an interesting thing because Vlad is right in baseball, but in baseball you're going through like I don't know, 40 baseballs a game.
Dude, foul balls, you get a new baseball.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
A little
If it gets
dirt on
thrown
the
in the dirt,
right.
if it gets thrown in the dirt, they don't want the baseball scuffed
But
up.
I've never heard of a rookie getting his first I don't even know if I want that. Like 1 point.
NBA officials aren't running down with basketballs in their sides like an umpire has baseballs on his side. No, they're not doing that. But come to find out, he did all of this for nothing. Apparently, one of the Bucks personnel had already taken the game ball.
Security game ball?
They
So
already
wait.
taken the game ball.
So their game security had the game ball the whole time, and Giannis freaked out over nothing?
I think an assistant coach, and he freaked out for nothing.
That's great. Man, we'll take a break. We'll hear some of the parties in this because it is hilarious seeing Giannis run into that tunnel. And I think the Vlad's explanation of it is pristine because, yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of a rivalry brewing there with the Bucks and the Pacers. They don't seem to like each other very much. A lot of hassle for them all getting bounced by the Heat in the playoffs, but hey, good for them.
screams from everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to the thrill.
I'm ready.
It's a dangerous love affair.
All right.
Can't be
Welcome back,
scared
everybody.
enough to
Welcome
stand
back.
beside a
Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the show today as we had a Heat victory last night. Back at it tonight at the Kaseya Center hosting the Chicago Bulls. Meanwhile,
have we figured out what the hell's wrong with Bam? Any updates
Hip.
on him?
no,
I know
update.
what it is.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. You know the Heat. They don't give any updates. I don't know if he's been officially ruled out or not. But
he hasn't even been ruled close yet.
right. It was Spo said a couple days ago, he's like, I don't have a timetable. But then, there'll either be no timetable and a guy will be done for the year or he'll be back. So I'm not sure. I think I'm sure we'll get an injury report at some point during the show today. I'll check. I'll keep the thing on notifications.
And how close is Tyler?
Tyler seems like he's getting close. Like they were talking about on the broadcast last night and put on his Instagram, his workouts. And I don't think they're doing that if he's not getting close,
It's been a month, hasn't it?
It has been a month.
Yeah.
It has been a month.
Yeah,
And-
high ankle sprain, man. There's no,
It's
Like-
usually 6 to 8 weeks.
but
He
it
showed-
depends. It depends. Like some guys, like it depends on how severe. That's the thing about sprains and stuff like that is that it's classified as a sprained ankle or high ankle sprain,
Yeah.
but you don't know the severity of it.
You don't know the severity of it. And obviously, he's a scorer. He needs his agility, and all that stuff. So you want that. You want that
his
thing to be
lift.
right. He needs his lift. You want all that stuff to be right. You don't want to rush him back. Sucks for him, obviously, because he was off to a great start, and he's got big aspirations of proving a lot this year, and all that kind of got derailed because of Jaren Jackson Jr.'s stupid leg being in the way. Guy goes out there, thinks it's an MMA match, not a basketball game. Try and get it together there, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr., fake Triple J. Ridiculous.
Wow. He's
Wow.
the fake Triple
He's the
J.
fake Triple J, dude. Fake decoy,
But
fake
can
Triple J.
I ask you a question?
Fake decoy.
Let me just throw this out there.
What?
He was Triple J first.
Mm-mm.
So
Hey,
how can he be the fake?
You
Not
lose-
only he's Triple J first, he's got accolades.
He does have accolades.
Verify that he's the first Triple J.
He's got some bona fides behind that.
Well,
Triple
we'll
J.
see. We'll see when it's all said and
Exactly.
done. Who the real Triple J? For right now, we'll go Triple J. But by the end of this thing, he'll have it in every
Shouldn't it be
language.
the other way.
What?
Jared Jackson has the bona fides.
Oh,
he has to be
he
Triple J
has
right
a
now.
narrative bona fide. It was gifted to him because we got to give it to Jaren Jackson Jr. That dude's not the real defensive player of the year. Never has. He's just like Marcus Smart. They deserve each other in Memphis. Two frauds holding Bam's award. That's all it is. Bam and Coach Spo, they both laugh at this. Be like, Spo probably tells Bam, I've never won Coach of the Year. Bunch of frauds out there. Get them fired.
That's good. You don't want to win Coach of the Year. Usually,
No,
win
Coach of the Year, you
next
come
year
with
get
a fired. Yeah.
It's still a ridiculous thing. The guy's never won Coach of the Year. Never.
All I want to know is what happens when Tyler comes back.
I don't know. It's a good question.
And Vlad, you know who's the worst at that? Hockey. Didn't somebody just fire their coach? They won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago.
Oh, hockey doesn't care.
Yeah, hockey doesn't
Hockey
care.
don't care.
No.
Hockey will take a
And,
spark.
and baseball.
Hockey will look for a spark after a 3-game losing streak.
Oh, every
Yep,
manager
and-
of the year has been fired.
And wait. And in hockey, after the first month of the season, there's always 2 firings, right? Never
Yeah.
fails.
Yeah.
Joseo says, speaking of MMA, I'm guessing the interview for later today is canceled. I'm guessing it is too. I haven't been told it's canceled, but his fight's canceled. So I don't think we are going to talk to Ian Gary. He apparently has pneumonia.
Oh no, we ain't talking to him then.
No, he's not talking.
Right.
But the thing that's crazy is, this Ian Gary's got he's had a lot of drama coming into the week, right? A lot of people have been getting after him, his relationship. And so people were very much looking forward to this press conference today because this guy fancies himself like the next Conor McGregor. He's Irish, handsome fella, undefeated, but he's got like a lot of, he got kicked out of, he trained down here in Deerfield, but then I guess had to leave because his seniority, the guy he was fighting gets to keep the gym. So,
so he didn't leave of his own doing. He had left because of the rules of.
But a lot of guys apparently didn't. Some guys liked him. The guy he's fighting had no problem with him, but apparently but a lot of the guys, he rubbed him the wrong way. But this happens. I mean, guys, this happened with Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman, where they had to split up. Kamaru ended up going to Denver. So this guy ends up going to Ian Gary goes to England to go train with Leon Edwards, the champ. But apparently got kicked out of that gym because they didn't like that he had his camera crew around or something like that. And then word was he got knocked out cold in that gym too. Then there's a lot of stuff going on with his wife too that apparently people are making fun of. So people were looking forward to this press conference because, like, is this guy going to talk trash back because he's getting button pushed a lot? You know, there's been some lawsuit threatens, and that's like code in fighting. You don't threaten to sue. It's a thing. So all of a sudden we get word. Doesn't show up at media day yesterday. He has pneumonia. And some people are saying it's legit. Other people are wondering, seems a little coincidental that all of a sudden the press conference is the next day.
Hey, but then he ain't like Conor McGregor. Because Conor McGregor, I don't care what the circumstance surrounding him is, he coming into that press conference full right. Conor McGregor.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting about him. He didn't start becoming his Conor McGregor mean self until the last fight. And, you know, Conor McGregor's been
saying it's fake.
Exactly. Conor McGregor's been mean basically since he walked in the UFC.
Right.
Like that was
that's what I'm saying. You can't be that's the other thing. Like it happens with players too. Right? And you know how this normally happens? When you go to a new team and you try to have this new persona. But then you get guys that you play with at your old team on your team.
But he's really, all this aside, the dude's really good. I mean, like he apparently is like, people think he's the real deal. And he's only 26, like, and that's very young in UFC. The youngest champion's 20. Bless you, JFig. Very young. It's very young in UFC. He just turned 26. So I don't know. I don't know if the guy's. I want to believe that he's really sick, but a lot of people are calling BS on it. I don't know.
You think he's trying to avoid the?
I don't know.
Some people think he's trying to avoid the business.
Yeah, but ultimately, because Colby Covington's a troll. He'll say some wild stuff. But ultimately, I doubt he's joining the show today. I would say no. Okay. If he does, he better have the sniffles. But I'm going to say no. Thank you, Asay. That's my long-winded way of saying no. Anyway.
I didn't even know what was up. So and the other thing is, now that we're talking about people, Draymond Green.
Indefinite suspension, dude.
Now, the thing that bothers me, there's certain people that are commenting on this that they are privy to information about Draymond that nobody else has. Because when you do stuff like this and they go, oh, he needs help, and he's been on the downward spiral ever since he punched old boy, right? And he's bringing that on to the court. Like, you don't just say stuff like that without having some knowledge of what's going on. But Draymond Green will pretty much be the first athlete, and you've heard this before. Usually when guys have some off the field issues to deal with, football is what frees them. Basketball is what frees them to be able to go and just get it off your mind and go do something you love, right? You very rarely hear of an athlete that doesn't feel relieved to play the sport that he loves or is getting paid for, and he doesn't bring that nonsense onto the court. So the fact that they're saying or even insinuating that Draymond is bringing his off-the-court issues onto the basketball court, I got a whole bunch of other questions, because that would be one of the first times I've ever heard that a player didn't use the sport as a way to get away from real life issues at that moment. And it kind of frees him up and lets him, go out and relax and enjoy a few hours of the day before he has to get back to reality.
Yeah, it's just strange because it's like he's always been an antagonist and he's always been a bit of a bully, but it does feel like it's getting worse. And you do have to, like, at some point, the guy's got to face real consequences for it because he really hasn't.
Hi, he just got paid.
I know,
But the problem is here. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, right? And Conor McGregor is good at this too. But when Draymond says, no matter what they do, I'm gonna go play like I play.
Mm-hmm.
You're almost daring them to do something about it, right?
Right. Well, listen,
and what Conor would say, I apologize to absolutely no one.
But at least, like, Conor's really got to go fight somebody at the end,
right?
You know? He's actually got to step into a cage.
Right. He actually got humbled.
At least he's gonna get choked out or knocked out by Poirier or Khabib. You know, it's gonna happen. But with Draymond, like Vlad says, like, they've already made their choice. They paid Jordan Poole a bunch of money. They sent him to the Wizards and then gave Draymond an extension. Right. Once that happens, you've already made your decision with them.
And by the way, in hindsight, it was going to be bad for the Golden State either way. If they stayed with Jordan Poole or they stayed with Draymond, it was going to be bad either way.
Did you see
Jordan Poole?
No, what did he do now?
He makes some of the most boneheaded plays in basketball, doesn't he?
Yesterday.
He is like point guard. What's his name? What's the big that used to do crazy stuff? I think he plays for the Lakers.
JaVale
McGee, yeah. He's like point guard JaVale McGee.
He's like new Shaq and a fool poster boy.
Remember JaVale McGee shot it from 3/4 court and there was like
Jordan Poole
15 seconds left?
Yeah. Jordan Poole's the odds-on favorite of Shaq and the Fool champion this year. He's just doing goofy things while he's playing basketball. Oh, he caught a technical yesterday for staring at the referee. What?
What did the official say? Don't eyeball me. Don't eyeball me.
You can't. Well, you know, that boy got some big eyeballs. So if he
but it's pretty crazy because you see what's happened with Andrew Wiggins since he's won the title and Jordan Poole. Like, does this just speak to the greatness of Steph Curry that he was able to win a championship with these guys?
Or that season was bad.
Or LeBron knew it the whole time.
About what?
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, Wiggins. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, like, well, listen, he didn't want a child there playing with him. But Wiggins like had this crazy resurgence in that series, and then like I don't know what the hell's happened. I think there's been some personal stuff off court there too. But
hey, man, life. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens.
Life happens.
Like I don't understand why people don't understand that. Now, what happens is that some guys get into a groove of their career, right? And they don't think they start believing they're exempt from life issues.
Right.
Right. And that's not the case at all. Right. And what happens is when you get into your comfort zone of professional sports, sometimes that life stuff hits harder because it's so far out of what you're accustomed to doing that guys have problems dealing with it. And it's not, sometimes it's not easy. We've seen it. We've seen it with players in every sport that, so-and-so need to take some time off to get his mind right. Because life is hard, right? And guess what? You go out there and miss a shot. Nobody don't care what you got going on at home.
But for a guy like Draymond, like, aren't you kind of how old is Draymond now? 31?
Like no, what?
34?
He's at what? Come on, man. You see the grades? He's like at 35. 33? No, man, he's an old 33.
Yeah, hey, he looked like he'd been through some stuff now.
Not quite a mature 33.
No,
right.
Geez.
But the thing is that have basketball people empowered him to feel that what he's doing is okay? Because at no point in time has he ever said, "I've taken this too far," right?
Not sincerely.
But Leroy, Tobin, this happens all the time. If you're playing with an all-time great, and that's your boy, they're gonna let you get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Maybe Jordan, he might have not been Jordan's boy, but Jordan needed him. So go ahead, go to Vegas. Go ahead.
I'll come get you.
I'll come get you. I've won 4 titles with Draymond Green. I might have won a fifth if he didn't kick LeBron in the,
Probably.
in the crown jewels.
Mm-hmm.
I need him.
He
knows
does need
me.
him, but like this is the thing. Like you
But
can't.
at what point does it become detrimental?
But
When
this-
he's not, when his
it is detrimental
when
now.
his performance is not living up to the to all the headache.
I mean, it has been detrimental, but the thing is, like, Dennis Rodman just needed to blow off some steam by going to gamble and whoever knows what was going on in those Vegas parties.
But I mean, he was still getting technicals and getting ejected.
Kicking camera people.
Right.
But he's not Bones Jones and somebody right in the nose.
Well, okay, now
And the times, and wait, and the times were different too, Vlad, because you had the personal protectors of the stars. You had the goons
right.
that you could send out there and go ahead and
Oakley
take care of business. The Oakley, right? That's what I'm saying. And I think of it like this: you ever notice? And I said this yesterday. Draymond don't go after that dude.
No, people
right?
are people.
Think
are
all the
busy.
people. Think all the people he choked out. You think he would have did that with Oakley?
Well, time out. You're right, but here's the other thing that we have to talk about Draymond. He's not going after American players, except for his teammate.
Except for his teammate. I know people have said that he's picking on the Euros, but
I think he's sick and tired of hearing that the Euros are taking over, and he's going after every Euro one by one.
yeah, but he's got to take.
He's not going after Jokic.
I'll tell you one thing though.
He's not
Yeah,
going
you got to
after
go after
Jokic.
the right Euros.
Nah,
because I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't mess with Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic, he'll slap you upside the head.
I mean, but you notice all the wait.
Go look up the YouTube of Goran Dragic
Always
fights.
back to Goran.
Hey, look at all the guys that Draymond has gotten the altercations with.
Rudy Gobert.
None of them,
knocked
but
out
I'm
Mike
saying
Tower.
none of them. I bet you he thought real threatened that they were gonna come after. LeBron ain't gonna do it. Sabonis ain't gonna do it. Rudy Gobert ain't gonna do it.
Well, Rudy Gobert is big enough; he should go after him.
But he ain't. That's not his thing. And
Oh.
the only guy that I thought, but he concussed, was listen, Youssef is not a small dude, right?
Uric?
Nurkic.
Nurkic, and he took it. I mean, he made light of it, right, by saying at least he didn't choke me out. And it got real quiet in there.
Hold on, he went after Steven Adams. I wouldn't go after Steven Adams.
Steven Adams didn't respond though.
He got kicked in the
Right, but
Spaldings at the time.
He didn't. Steven Adams didn't go after him, but Steven Adams is a scary dude.
I don't think Draymond, listen, I would say of tough guys in the NBA, most of them are fake. He's probably as real as they come, Draymond Green, even if he as real as they come. Look, he is going to throw hands. He's going to get into the fight.
He's not going to run.
He's not a hold me back guy. He's
Right.
going to get into the action.
If that's what
he's
you consider
also-
real, yes.
but he's also a cheap shot artist.
But that's okay. So see, are you real? Are you real? If you just say you're a cheap shot artist,
I think he just likes conflict.
but I'm just saying, you can't call somebody real and then say, "Oh, he go after cheap shots."
I think most NBA, but I think
A
most
real one,
NBA,
a real one, they just get in your face and like, "What's up?"
yeah, he's not UD.
like Bobby Portis.
He ain't UD.
Right?
He's
He
not
ain't
Bobby
never,
Portis.
he ain't never gotten out. He wouldn't have did that to UD.
Nah, UD would kill him.
Bobby Portis. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Or James Johnson.
James
No.
Johnson. That's what I said. You know what? As punishment, they should make him do a MMA fight to get it out of the system,
James Johnson
or some kind of fight.
I don't know. I just would.
He's
I
still
just
getting
would-
paid,
I would just still keep James Johnson just
I
for
don't
the
think
sake.
he
of
is still getting paid.
huh?
I'll
don't
just
think
have
he
him
is
on the
getting
team
paid.
just for the sake of it, man.
Nah, he's a free agent. We'll take a quick break. Back after this. a.m. Take you up until 2 o'clock here. Get to your comments. I appreciate Schmeeth and Schmolnick, who says when we talk about Jaime Jaquez that he might be first team all rookie. Tobin is first team all cookie. Which, I mean, then I just immediately start thinking, what would be on first team all cookie? Got to have chocolate chip. Oreo.
Oatmeal raisin.
Whoa, that'd be honorable mention for me, dude. I don't know if I'm putting that on the first team.
Hey,
Although good, I'm not going to turn it down.
How do we feel about Brookies?
That's not a cookie.
It's not a cookie.
It's not a cookie.
Okay.
You know,
It says it has
kinda like
brownie in the first 3 letters of it. No,
it's kind
not
of
a cookie.
unfair. It'd be like it's like Shohei Ohtani always winning the MVP. It's not fair.
It's like a liger.
Jeez. So I'm trying to think. I can't think of. Now it has to be hot chocolate chip.
Agreed.
Can't
Of course.
just be standard.
Yeah, I'm not. Chips
Wait,
Ahoy.
how do we feel about black and white? No,
Not a fan.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Because I can't think of I think I'm gonna be honest with you, Vlad. I think that oatmeal raisin with the nuts in it, that might be a black thing.
It might be.
Yeah. I don't know why. What else? I can't think of other.
What about Well, yeah, because Schmeethan was like, I'm first team all cookie. So I was thinking about what is on that team. Just helping his case, by the way.
By the way, it's that time of year where I get annoyed by the cookie game.
Because the holiday cookies?
Don't make the same cookie, put different stuff on it, and tell me they're different cookies.
Any cookie that comes into a tin, that's for the old.
Oh my god!
The old love cookies in the tin.
They
Like
got
that big,
cases of
that
them.
big red Christmas silver
the
thing.
blue one. The
Dude,
blue
my-
one.
The
my-
blue one.
My
Right.
grandfather.
You open it up and then it has like 3 of each kind of cookie, but they're all sugar cookies.
My grandfather had this adorable thing, man. Like he always, when you came into Nielsen's Furniture in Deerfield Beach for years, like you complimentary complimentary coffee and complimentary cookies, but the cookies always came in the tin.
Oh man!
But the old loved it.
The old love those cookies. You know why? Because the old use the cans to store their stuff.
That's true. The old love to save stuff.
They love to save stuff in the cookie bin.
Remember
Like,
as a kid, did y'all remember the chips that used to do that? The chips that came in like that brown and gold. I forgot the name of the chips. Dang, I forgot.
Waddle Baby Waddle goes, the old. I love cookies. But Waddle Baby Waddle, have you ever had cookies in a tin?
So
that
we've
thing called? What is it
only named one cookie. That's on your list.
Siguro says those butter cookies in a blue tin are legit. You must be 74.
Fresh. You got to eat them
But they ain't
fresh.
fresh.
Dude, those things have been like they probably all were made in the 50s. It's like the old people's version of candy corn. There's no way. Like they made one roll of those butter cookies.
Oh, the soft
and they've just
mints.
been there.
The soft mints. You know, you go to grandparents' house, they always have those little soft mints in a little jar.
Man, Waddle Baby Waddle says butter cookies. Dr. Remulix says they are bomb. Like, man, I guess maybe the butter cookie is more popular than I thought.
The broiled Danish butter cookies have been packaged and often served out of an iconic blue tin. The resealable and reusable tin not only captures the freshness of our cookies, but is quintessential to our history.
When have you ever put anything in a tin and preserved anything?
I don't know.
Yo, that is a great racket that they've been doing over these
I'm
last
telling
years.
He call it a racket.
Do they still sell them?
They still! It's still in Walmart right now
Let me
for
tell you something.
$4.36.
You go in the front of Publix, they have fruitcake, and then they have the little tin of cookies.
Dude, those like they
we
had
only name one cookie though.
They had,
name some other cookies.
we said Oreos.
Famous Amos?
No.
Red velvet anything's delicious.
Nah. Yeah, red velvet anything's
Not
delicious.
red velvet cookie.
Not the cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't kick it out the door. I love a red velvet cookie.
I'm trying to I can't even think of
Ethan goes Cookie Rojas. He's right.
I
Take a quick.
I can't even think of one cookie, chocolate chip.
Point.
You know, Tua's loving some holiday cookies this time around.
He look like it.
Take a break back after this.
Point.
Game day It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Miami Dolphins getting back at it today, getting ready for a big-time needed bounce back against the New York Jets. And they are taking on the reigning AFC Player of the Week, Zach Wilson. Might have to distract him, bring like a whole section of Boca MILFs down, see if he gets his eye off the ball for this one. We could make that happen.
Boca Del Vista.
Yeah, they can make that happen. Instead of live, they could put a blue martini in the stadium for a week. Ross could make it happen. Ross can make it happen.
Pretty much does everything else.
Really distract the kid. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Oh, man. Mike McDaniel speaking to the media this week, talking about that loss. Of course, that was tough on Monday Night Football. Tough to relive on Hard Knocks. But, he said, look, there's no way to spin it. You collapse like that in a way no team has in 7 seasons. That's really bad.
There's some really bad stuff. Really bad stuff. Like, you get in a situation where you're the first team to lose a game up by 14 in the last 3 to 4 minutes since like 2017. Yeah, that's what it is. And you don't run away from it. You don't say, oh, everything's all good. No, the point of this game, which you're trying to accomplish things that are very hard that everyone else is trying to accomplish, is you have to be willing to look at the hard things and make sure they don't define you. Make sure that you utilize that opportunity. That adversity is real, and it either is what you are or what is the reason you become something else.
What are you doing, Leroy? Why do you look like you're dismissing the coach?
Because I'd like to add to that. They did not give up 14 or 15 points in the last 4 minutes of the game. They gave that up in 2 minutes. Keep in mind,
there was 2 minutes left.
There was 2 minutes left. He making it sound like they pulled out a squeaker at the end of the game. No, they scored 15 points in 2 minutes.
I don't understand it. I'm still
like it's baffling how they could score that many points and you get the ball with plenty of time to go down the field.
You basically
and guess what they did? Put pressure on the quarterback. Why didn't we?
Crazy. Fangs has some explaining to do. He does. It's been all rose petals and champagne for Fangs for weeks. Now you got to explain yourself, Fangs. I don't know what the hell went on there, but Mike McDaniel says we did not meet our goal of playing the best football in December.
We've said a ton. We want to play our best football in December. That game was in December, and that was not our best football.
Fair point.
Well, we have 2 to 3 more games in December than one in January promised to us. Well, we better utilize all the things that we absolutely do not want to relive in the other games. Then it's purposeful. Then it's not, you're not defined as that. You've used it to define who you're going to be. And that's it's not easy, but who said anything that any of our goals are easy?
All right, dude. It became a Hallmark card at the end there. Like, what?
Dude,
He said,
I don't need. I'm gonna tell you like this.
Hmm?
When I have my surgery, I don't want to need an anesthesiologist.
Just listen to Mike McDaniel.
I just send me about 5 to 6 Mike McDaniel cuts. I'm like, how quick y'all need me out? All right, play number 2.
He's gonna have a lot of words to explain what happened. I mean, like, you got to think about that guy, how much this has been probably bouncing around his head, which already says a lot of stuff. Then you have something that hasn't happened to a team in 7 seasons, and you're gonna be thinking about that situation for a long time and have a lot of words on it.
Here's the problem. The thing that I appreciate about Mike McDaniel is this. He goes out of his way to make it a group thing and not an individual thing. He goes out of his way to keep everybody in the right frame of mind to recover from something like this, right? Like, a coach could come in there and be pissed off and all the fans will feel better because it's like, oh, the coach is showing emotion and he cares and all that. But what happens next? And Mike is always about what happens next. And let's not lose 2 games in 1 week.
Right.
Right. And so I appreciate that because, although he does ramble and he tries to, you can clearly see what he's attempting to do. And from what you hear him say, if you talk to any of the players, it doesn't alter. It's not much different than what he's telling them.
Well, I think
that's how he does things.
The thing is, when you lose games to teams that are good teams, it's always been said, oh, the Dolphins have been a good team. True. But I think the thing that you benefit from is I don't think the Dolphins got the doors blown off them. I think that they probably said, okay, that was a good measuring stick game. There's nothing to take from the Titans loss. You were awful all the way around.
Other than we
don't
really
do that.
It.
Yeah. There's no lessons there other than that better not happen again this week, because it was a 0.03% chance of happening, and you blew it like that. And also you didn't play good football up until that point really anyway, especially offensively. And then to add on top of that, okay, you get gifts from the Titans to defeat. And then all of a sudden you collapse defensively?
Right. I think the worst part of that is that whether you win or loss, I think some of our comments would have been the same because they played really poorly. But it makes it that much worse with a loss.
Absolutely.
Right? We would be having the same comments. What the hell are you guys? What are we doing? Right? Like, come on, offensively. Like, you can't let one type of defense shut you down like that. I've said this all year. It's the same defense. It's the same game plan that shuts them down every time they get shut down like that. And all they're doing is this. Here's all the defenses are doing. Let's make Tua pat the ball one time. That's it. You putting all them guys in the middle of the field because you want Tua to look up, read the defense, and then pat the ball one time. You pat the ball one time, you go from 2.3 seconds to 3 seconds. Now you can get to him.
Joe says, Coach McDaniel wants the players to learn, but when is he going to stop doing all this trickeration and just run the football?
Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Sound like something I would say. You know what I'm saying? But is he? He's not wrong.
I like the trickeration. I like motion.
Listen.
I like when Tyreek does that little crouching thing.
You need to learn, like everybody else. The most important thing is to win the game.
I don't want to be like everybody else.
But okay, so there, trickeration. Where did that get you? -5. So, at what point are you going to say, "Hey, let's put that in the back pocket"? I like it, but it's not for right now.
I just want him to stop the fade, like to Tyreek Hill. That's
you can't throw a fade to a garden gnome.
Doesn't make sense. I don't like that play.
Everybody throws fades with tall dudes, tight ends, big guys.
How does just Chase Claypool, does he stink that bad? Like, he just has to be tall. Put him out there and be tall in the end
Who's the
zone.
tallest receiver other than Chase is Craycraft?
I think so.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think I'm going to bet anytime Craycraft touchdown this weekend. I'm going to be really mad if this is the first time Craycraft catches a touchdown.
Oh, if he catches a touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be so mad.
Here's one more from McDaniel. Says he's not emotional and he's excited to get better from this.
I wouldn't say emotional. I'm excited for the work in front of us. So I guess I'm convicted that if it's coming across as emotion, I'm just generally an emotional guy. But there's conviction in what I see from that tape from the game yesterday, and I think that it's as clear as day to me on what needs to be done with regard to handling something like a disappointment like that. I don't think the biggest thing is we have you have to work through all that stuff, get better from it, then focus on the Jets, and it is that simple and easy, but very hard to do in practice, and that's kind of the direction I'm going. If you're going to ask me not to be emotional, you're going to have to ask me not to be me any day, because you could get, I mean, you've been there. You say the right topic, and I'll go to half tears in a heartbeat. It's not a big deal. So, no, I'm pumped for the work week and the gains that our team can make.
I mean, look,
You ever notice?
Half tears.
He talks so much. There's never any follow-ups.
Dude, I was cutting his sound yesterday, Leroy. He had his answer to what was his message to the team was 5 minutes uninterrupted. I was like,
How many
a lot. And I think I got like 4 cuts out of that answer.
Yo, how do you talk to his wife, yo?
I don't know, dude.
Like, I'm seriously trying to figure out, like, how did he talk to his beautiful? I saw Hard Knocks, the beautiful interaction with his daughter. She's adorable. Yeah. But in an argument with the missus, there's no way the missus is winning, because he's going to take 5 minutes to explain his answer. She's going to be annoyed by it and that's like, forget it.
Depends if he's a smart husband and if he just lets it be.
Hey,
you know?
I don't think he's a smart husband, but I don't think he can let things be.
Yeah, he's got to
explain himself.
He gonna talk it to death, right?
Yeah, he's got to explain
Can't
himself.
let it go.
Well, he was explaining. Yeah, didn't he say something like, my wife is the Jedi master of something with our marriage? Like, so she probably has all the tricks.
Yes,
she knows how to probably distract him very easily.
Really?
Yeah, probably with motion.
Naked motion.
Point for
We'll take a quick break.
Hey, strength is left. He start yelling out defensive signals. She run by.
Point for Leroy.
So me go so then. Well, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do.
And welcome back. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Our channel, Miami 560 WQAM. Please subscribe over there. You guys can watch us live every single weekday. You guys can watch Game Day Uncensored live every single weekday, every single Sunday before the Dolphins game. You guys can watch Sports Day with Vlad every single Saturday. What are you guys on this week, Vlad? When are you guys on this week?
No, I don't know if we're on this week. No, we're not on this week. We'll be on next Saturday.
What do they got going on this week? Canes?
They do have Canes basketball. Canes play at noon.
All right. Well, when there is no Canes,
you know them Canes are playing their both game early as hell.
Well, go check out the boys if there is no Canes. You can still watch clips of Sports Day with Vlad there on our YouTube page and Dan Day. They do a great job. Check them out. Krantz's Corner. And, of course, you could also watch Hockman and Crowder. If you guys missed the Jevon Holland show, he had some great stuff with them. They got some clips up there. So check that all out.
Is he playing this week?
Didn't he tell? You know what? Honestly, I didn't watch the clip, but I saw Solana. But I thought in the headline it said that he said he had 2 sprained MCLs.
Ouch!
Which I don't think I've ever heard of that. 2 sprained MCLs.
I had a guy in Philly. He came up to tackle me, got bent back, and tore both his ACLs.
Jeez. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Let me tell you. Nope. It's not. Because the thing is the better one feels, the worse the other one feels.
Oof. Well, that's not good. Even Eichenberg, I think, is banged up too. He showed up on the injury report. So
what is the injury situation for this Sunday?
Not good, dude. Not great.
Eichenberg got hurt feelings.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Listen, dude, he's not. Let me see.
Wouldn't that be something? They put that on the injury report.
Week 15,
Pop would have.
With the injury, hurt feelings.
Here are the guys who did not practice.
When did he put old?
Old.
He put old. Yeah, he put old. Okay. It says yesterday on the injury report for the Dolphins, Devon Achane did not practice. Toe. Teron Armstead, everything. Liam Eichenberg, calf. Deshaun Elliott, concussion and ribs, did not practice. Tyreek Hill, ankle, did not practice. Xavier Howard, hip, did not practice. Rob Hunt, hamstring, did not practice. Raheem Mostert, vet rest, did not practice. Limited practice. Jevon was limited in practice yesterday, but it does say under his injury, knees.
Hey.
Plural.
Old boy from Tennessee tore up X's hip. Because they were picking on X.
D-Hop was good. Listen.
Hey, by the way, you were saying during Game Day Uncensored, which you can always listen to here on WQAM or any of these Odyssey South Florida stations when the heat are not on. You said D-Hop and Derrick Henry still in it. They're still good.
Dude, these were the best. This is the best receiver and the best running back from 4 years ago. Like, it's
right, that's what you got.
Like, it was pretty. Like, I guess we couldn't overlook their talent. Like, they're obviously that's not the same Derrick Henry, but in the red zone, you ain't stop him. Like, what's scary? What's scarier than direct snap to Derrick Henry? Good luck.
And D-Hop, like that play.
Oh, he was a monster.
Like that first play in that drive. On their game-winning drive, I'm like, how is he so open? Like
because they sitting back. Here's you want to know. Here's what the defensive rules are. Think about this. Think about how flawed,
outside, right?
No, just think about how flawed this rule is when I give it to you. Don't let anybody behind you. We don't want to give up the big play. Now, last time I checked, 36 yards is a pretty damn big play.
Chunk. That's a big chunk.
Right.
Big chunk, dude. Just to finish out the injury report, Austin Jackson limited in practice with an oblique, and Andrew Von Ginkel on the injury report with an oblique. He was limited. So Jevon Holland was limited in practice yesterday, but I don't think I've ever seen that on the injury report before. Knees, both of them. That's rough.
Man.
Is that all from like the Tim Boyle? Because he hasn't been healthy since that game when he took the
Fail Mary.
The Fail Mary. Or the Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it.
No, it was Phil.
I would say that he probably had one knee problem where he was a little banged up, and then the other one got hurt. So it happens.
Did you guys see we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but there is a report out there that says Bill Belichick and the Patriots done after this year. Like they've already decided to part ways. So of course Belichick was going to be asked about this yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
It went about as you thought it would go. Here is the Patriots head coach.
Do you have an understanding that Robert will not ask you to be back next year?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for Kansas City. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm getting ready for Kansas City.
Bill, while understanding that you're getting ready for Kansas City, have you and Robert discussed your future beyond this season?
Getting ready for Kansas City.
Hey,
he's back.
Okay.
You know what's amazing? At what point are you just talking to say, I asked the question?
Yeah, I tried.
Right? Because you know what I mean? Like that guy been doing it a lot longer than you have.
Dude's like,
he ain't gonna flinch.
Yeah, like you thought, oh, if I reverse on him, understanding you're getting ready for Kansas City.
Yeah.
Wait, but it all depends on who's asking the question.
You should have been like, maybe like the only way you could get there would be like, will this be the last time you get ready for Kansas City as the Patriots head coach?
Dude, can I just tell you, like,
for Kansas City.
I get how people feel about Bill Belichick, right? I get it. But if he is fired, they ain't gonna call it fired. They're gonna call it something else.
Part of the way is mutual.
But, right, they're gonna say that. But and what happened to him in Cleveland? Wow. Like, what do you need to do to be able, right, to at least like finish a job or something like that? Because in Cleveland, we were leading our division, right?
Yep.
Mysteriously, and this has only happened in Cleveland, they announced in the middle of the season while leading the division that the team is moving. All hell broke loose in the city of Cleveland. And at the end of the year, they fired the coach.
Yep. Crazy.
I'm like, wow. Now you have this situation. Dude has won 6 Super Bowls. 6.
Mm-hmm.
And you're treating him like Staley out in with the Chargers.
Gotta be honest with you, it kind of makes me want to take the Patriots this week.
With the points?
Yeah, of course.
9.5.
Oh. Ridiculous. Of course.
9.5.
But
Wait,
let
me break it down for you, because I'm gonna tell y'all how the real people operate and how we don't do it we don't bet with guts and heart and feeling and all that. Now, you taking a team that can't score.
Yep.
And you giving another team 9 points that has a pretty damn good defense.
Yep.
Now explain that to me. How they figure and how many people you think just gonna bet Kansas City because they say, oh, they're terrible. The
People
Patriots
say Kansas City because, yeah, first of all, they're going to take Kansas City because of the loss last week. They're going to bounce back. They had like all the controversy. They're going to clean things up. But I'm taking Bill Belichick because he's on to Kansas City. And when he's on to somebody, you're in trouble, dude. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
That's what I'm saying on this show. I'm on to the cheeseburger. Like, oh, man, I screwed up. I was supposed to get reservations for tomorrow after graduation.
Oh.
No, we
no
can't
good.
get a spot. No, spot. Like,
what's your spot?
I was gonna go to Capitol Grill.
Really? On a Thursday? It's Friday tomorrow.
Friday. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. I
What
knew I
about
meant to do it earlier.
Is there an alternative one? Where's the one closest to you? The one closest to you is in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, I tried that one, and there's one in Boca. They're about the same distance. But I gotta go redo everything to see if Boca. But I know, come on, 6 o'clock trying to eat a meal at 6 o'clock in Boca. Good luck. Good luck.
We'll see Fangs.
Good luck. Really?
Oh yeah, all the old people.
Oh,
the old people eat early.
Last
old
time
love
I
to
went
eat
to
early.
Boca, it was a ghost town. I saw nothing.
It wasn't a ghost town. It was just old people.
Yeah, was it 8 o'clock? Is that why? Because that's probably why.
Yeah. How late was it?
Guys, I was there the whole day.
The whole day.
So yeah, when did it be? No, it could be a ghost town.
I was there
And
the
was
whole
it-
day, and I was.
Was it in the summer?
It was July 4th. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Oh,
Because,
come on.
They were at
everybody's
Marsden
up north. At their,
No, they're at their pool.
they're at their
pool.
summer home and at their summer homes up north.
We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this.
WQA.
560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Miami Heat victorious last night against the Hornets. We'll get back into that coming up next hour. I do want to hear, whenever I get to hear from Rick Carlisle and Giannis, the big story in the NBA from yesterday was the Pacers and Bucks hate each other's guts. And I'm not trying to be Dr. Seuss there.
I can't imagine that this story took away from the Draymond story.
I know. It's crazy. But Giannis looks nuts.
No, it did, because if you go from last week's in-season tournament,
right?
And he busted Milwaukee's ass, and Milwaukee's still not looking the way that they should have. And, you know, they talked to Dame after the semifinal. They said, yeah, it's showing, homage. He's showing his respect, but, we'll see him very soon.
Yep.
They said that, and then there was a pretty physical foul on Giannis that almost had crazy-eyed Bobby Portis and his brother Giannis come off the bench. And then he scored 64 on them. Now, mind you, Leroy, I know you didn't watch the game, Tobin, but Rick Carlisle took his starters out the game with a good 5-6 minutes left in the game. Milwaukee was purposely trying to get Giannis this record. And then he got the record, and then he scored 64. So he scored 7 more. I think he scored 5 more points after that. And then they took
the free throw line a gazillion times.
But the ball, he forgot about the ball, or he thought that the Pacers took the ball away from him.
He thinks that the Pacers were trying to take the ball away from him. Here was Rick Carlisle with his explanation of the brouhaha between the Bucks and Pacers, the Pacers head coach.
What happened after the game was unfortunate. There's a misunderstanding about the game ball. It was Oscar Tshiebwe's first official NBA point, so we always get the game ball. We were not thinking about Giannis's franchise record, so we grabbed the ball, and a couple of minutes later, several of their players ended up in our hallway, and there was a big I don't know what to call it, a fracas, melee, whatever. I don't think any punches were landed, but my general manager got elbowed in the ribs by one of their players. And so he certainly has a bruised rib, and who knows if it's anything more than that. But unfortunate situation. We don't need the official game ball. There's 2 game balls there. We could have taken the other one, but it didn't need to escalate to that. And so really just unfortunate. 3rd game we played these guys within 2.5, 3 weeks. So things are heated with the competition. And, I understand all that. But for it to come into the hallway didn't need to happen that way.
It was a bit much by the Bucks, who seem to be big crybabies in this spot. Which, not surprised. You see what happens with them every playoffs.
I'm more than sure that nobody said before that moment right there that there was 2 game balls and we would have been happy with the other one.
Well, it does say, and Vlad mentioned this earlier, but there's confusion on who actually has the game ball, because there's a video that says a member of the Bucs staff has the ball and that the Pacers have the reserve game ball, as Carlisle is saying. So Giannis maybe was mad about nothing and was acting like a buffoon. Here is Giannis on what he saw with the whole incident.
From tonight,
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I have the ball, but I don't know if it's a game ball. It doesn't feel like the game ball to me. It feels like a brand new ball. I can tell. From I played 35 minutes a day. I know how the game ball felt. The ball that I have, which I'll take and I'll give it to my mom for sure. But I don't know if it's actually the game balls. But it's okay. Lives continue. I don't even have the game ball from which hurts me. I don't have the game ball from Game 6 in the NBA Finals. I don't have the game ball from that either. But it's just so fortunate. I've never seen this before. I feel like you can't. I don't know. I'm not even gonna comment on that. I don't know if I have the game ball, to be honest with you.
And that's what you thought they had the game ball. That's why you ran after them in the tunnel.
I knew they had the game ball. I didn't think they had the game ball. I knew they had the ball. First of all, you cannot. I don't know how it works, but I assume like I cannot just walk in any arena that I play and just take the ball. Like Dame was 5th of all time. I scored 60. At the end of the day, like the ball that they gave us, I offered it to Dame. Like
liar.
I scored 60. He scored multiple times 60. He scored 70, and he should have the ball. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair for anybody. And I understand. Like, look, I understand when you score your first.
That's BS. I don't know what he's saying.
So here's the deal.
You wanted to give the ball to Dame?
Here's the deal.
Give the ball to Dame.
No. Hold on. Y'all don't. Hold on. Y'all don't understand what's happening here. Okay. Giannis wanted the ball.
Of course.
Yeah, we know that.
He just said he wanted to
he said it the whole time.
Right.
But he knew they had the game ball. Now, Indiana know damn well who has the game ball because you know the difference between the game ball and the backup ball because they don't switch balls. That being said, now he's trying to backtrack, and everybody trying to backtrack, say it really wasn't that big of a deal. We would have gave him the game ball. We would have taken the backup. Right.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know.
And then Giannis is like, after 15 minutes of saying, I don't know what the hell's going on, I just wanted to give it to Dame after already saying he's going to give that same damn ball
to his mom.
To 7 different people.
I wanted to give it. Why did Dame? Where did Dame go? Dame like passed an all-time 3-pointers last night or something?
No, Dame scored 60 points many times. He scored 70, so I wanted to. What? That makes no sense.
I think Dame. Can I be honest with you?
Trying to do? It's called trying to save face because you look ridiculous.
I think
that's all that is. You trying to get sympathy for the reasons why you wanted the game ball, and you've already named 3 of them. I scored 60. I wanted to give it to my mom and Dame.
And also he probably realized you might have gotten the game ball already. So now you gotta play up to the fact you don't know if you got the game ball.
Game was in Milwaukee, yeah.
Right. And if they said they have video footage of a Buck official having the ball, and then somebody, what if you go back and say,
here's the thing,
hey, we did have the game ball, Giannis. But now you got to be like, you're not going to say, oh, I apologize after doing all of that, even though you should.
Okay, but here's the thing. What if Buck security guy just wants to seem like he's good at his job and got the game ball, but he didn't get the game ball, and Giannis knows that the security guy's a liar?
Here's why. Because you know the difference. The balls are different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when he says security says they got the ball, what if security is just saying they got the ball to please Giannis, but Giannis knows it's a fake?
I mean, he hasn't gotten it yet because otherwise,
he has a ball.
He just doesn't think it's the game.
He thinks that this isn't the ball.
I'm saying it's a little bit different in football because you got 1 million footballs, and when you score a touchdown, if it's a significant touchdown, you just go give it to your equipment guy, and they write on it. So when I scored my 50th touchdown, I brought it to the sideline, 50th touchdown. He writes 50th touchdown. They paint it up real nice and give it to you.
I think Giannis is acting like a crazy person here.
Hear that? 5-0.
It's pretty good.
50 touchdown.
Not bad for the second most successful football player at Odyssey Miami.
According to sales, that's beautiful. I mean that's beautiful. Like I don't make a big deal about like accomplishments in football, but wow, you got to give me a little bit, right?
Like, they did you dirty, Leroy?
So I asked the salesperson, who's the most accomplished football player that works for your station? Because you sales, you should be turning over every stone and using every, opportunity to sell spots or whatever, correct? And he said, Channing Crowder. And I'm like, I said, that's why we don't get along. Yeah,
so if we're doing an order, it would be you 1, Joe 2, Channing 3?
I think Channing did more than Joe.
Joe gets away because he scored Marino's
first touchdown. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And of course, he's been a sportscasting legend down here for a
right. That's what I'm saying.
So Joe kind of.
We're just talking football.
Yeah, but we're
We're
talking
just talking
football.
football.
We're
We're just
just
talking
so
football.
So it'll be Channing second, Joe third, and Leroy definitely first. Oh, they did you dirty, Leroy.
Yep.
Dirty. Like this. It amazes me how I get cold calls every day of people trying to turn over every stone to get me to buy solar, and I work at a company that I don't even know if they know who I play for.
I like how Waddle just goes like he kicked Joe Lewis's ass. He just goes, Channing did pick off Brady.
Don't worry, Leroy. They didn't even know who I was at the Christmas party.
That's why I ain't go.
I could have sworn. I think Julie guy looked at me and thought I was like the mini version of you, and she was like, "I haven't seen you in a while." I'm like, "I see you every morning, Julie."
There's no way she didn't recognize
Back
you.
after this.
Hawking.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. You hear that music, you know what that means. It is time for Cat Talk. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius Party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Thank you, JFig. Your Cats are back on the ice tonight. They take on the Vancouver Canucks. This is what we like to call the Luongo Cup. That's what I think they call this game. Panthers looking to bounce back.
I don't think so, but
I think they call him that. They hate Luongo, yeah? Because like he never won a Stanley Cup for him, or do they love him again? I don't know how that works. Man, they hated him, though, for losing that Stanley Cup. Is that the last time a Canadian team has been in the Stanley Cup?
I believe so.
Man, no wonder they hated the Panthers last year when the Maple Leafs dusted them. Anyway, in great fan base as it is. Panthers, looking to bounce back. They got skunked the last time out on the ice against the Seattle Kraken.
That was a tough game to do.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. And especially they poured it on there in the third period. You, of course, can hear your Panthers tonight. I imagine that game is on 790.
It's on 790. 9:30 is the pregame show.
Does it flip over or does it stay on 790?
No, I'll be at 790.
Okay. I didn't know how it works, Flat. I don't know if it like
it doesn't flip over. We
All
still no Solana's got to do the pregame.
He's got to do post game. Yeah.
I'll be on 790.
All right. Well, that is tonight on AM 790. 790 the Cat tonight. You guys can hear the Florida Panthers take on the Vancouver Canucks. And the Canucks coming into this one. Let's see who we got. They are 11-3 at home, so they've been very good at home so far this season. I have not watched one Canucks game. They are riding a 3-game win streak coming into this one. They just beat the bastard Tampa Bay Lightning. So Panthers taking on a hot club tonight, Leroy, and they need to bounce back on this Canadian swing.
What sports can you call it a ball club? Because I know that's a baseball thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
Soccer is a club.
You could call basketball team. No, their team. Yeah.
I was just curious because you said you got a tough club coming into town.
Hockey club. We got to go into their barn, dude. It's not going to be easy. 10 o'clock puck drop.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Vancouver.
I'll be either doing one or two things. Watching the second half of football or sleep.
You're really going to watch the battle of the backup? Who wants to watch a guy named Easton Stick?
Oh, dude, you're not watching that game. Come on.
Easton Stick.
Okay, just for that, I'm sending updates.
You can't like football that much.
Unless well, you could gamble on it. You know.
Nah.
You can gamble on anything. You can gamble on
the
the
what?
Panthers
You know what, Vlad? I have realized over the years, I'm not a person that will bet a game because it's available. Right? Because then you start trying to handicap every game and you just can't do it. So that's why we pick our 3 games. I pick, the games or whatever, and I never lose.
Are we picking today?
We are picking today.
And I never lose.
Did he send his picks? Am I making picks for him?
I don't know what he wants. He was 0-3 last week. I mean, you can't do worse than what Frog Boy did last week.
You went what?
He went 0.
Wait. Vlad. I got one worse for you. I went 3-0.
Yeah, but you couldn't win
Whoa.
7 weeks in a row.
Hold on. Collectively,
they went
the other 3 people on this show went 1 for 9. 1 and 8. Yeah.
1 and 8.
Who was the only?
I got to win.
Oh, good for you, Tobin.
Thank you.
Good for you.
I'm in a good spot. I'm only 500. I'm in a good spot right now.
So who's the battle between JFig and Frog Boy?
JFig's 1-5 so far this year because Frog Boy came in with a lead at least. So his downfall was into third place.
He's 2-4.
JFig.
Right now,
Here's why.
Anyway.
Here's why.
Listen, I will throw the dartboard.
You
guys, no. Hold on. I want to say something right now.
Hold on. One at a time.
I want to say something right now.
One at a time.
First of all, this dartboard throw would have been done already. You guys keep quibbling over the punishments. You say, that's not a punishment. Can't do that a punishment. You won't let me do chicken of the trees. You won't let me do anything of these punishments because you don't want them on there for yourself. I'll gladly throw at the dartboard.
I said do it, but your face is going to be on it because I'm not going to do it.
It's good. You're going to do it if I don't hit it.
Nope.
Chicken of the trees is staying. If it's on there for me, it's on there for everybody.
Here's the deal. Once it goes on the dartboard, it's there. So that's
Leroy, you good.
So you gonna eat
I'm good.
Well, Leroy, you're good. You're not going to be.
I'm never going to lose this.
All
so
right.
so here's the other thing. JFig, I knew she was in trouble when one of her bets was, I got the Dolphins because I got the guts.
Wrong team.
Yeah, you don't take much credit.
I did that.
Wrong saying, wrong team. That saying is for another team.
I got the guts.
You
right?
got the gills. That's what you
Hey,
got.
Vlad, I tell Tobin all the time, don't bet with your heart and don't bet on petty.
Yeah,
right?
That being said,
just because you want a team to lose, that don't mean you bet against them.
that being said, should I go Ryan Lomberg tonight over half a goal plus 750? Lamborghini?
How many goals does he have this year?
Not many.
Not many.
That's why it's 750. You see, you look here, and he wonders why he's 500. How much is it for Verhage to get?
Oh, it's nothing. It's like plus 155. It's all plus money. Kachuk's nearly 2-1.
He hasn't scored.
Chuck hasn't been scoring this year though.
No, he hasn't.
So maybe he's due for a hot streak.
So no. Here, I don't like the hockey thing. The hockey, believe it or not, I think the hockey scoring is more random. Right?
Oh, I mean, like you could have a deflection go right in. That's why I kind of like it.
No, but here, I like here's what I've been hipping Marcos to. Points, rebounds, and assist totals.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've been killing dunks. And
Dunk's been killing it.
Vlad. So I talked him off a cliff on Monday. We discussed. I told him leave them damn chili peppers alone. Because, he see a chili pepper, he think he got to bet it. And so we picked five props.
Okay.
And guess what prop didn't come through? Tyreek. The prop that you start with.
You think
Wait, what was the prop for him?
Probably
rushing yards and receiving yards, 111.
Oh my God.
Because here's why I told him you might as well go with rush or whatever, right? Is because if it was just passing yards, it was at 108.
Waddle Baby Waddle says, if Hawk taught me anything, it's two things. Girl Scout cookies suck and fade fig.
I've been doing better since
those
days.
Hey, all I know is, and then here's the scary part. Tobin, we went to the watch party and watched Marcos hit like 5 bullseyes in a row.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah,
he's good at darts.
Oh, you talking about that Black Friday game, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
Frog Boy's good at darts?
Let me tell you this. I'm outside.
I
I'm
said,
outside of this,
go
right?
ahead.
I'm outside of this. Let me tell you this. So we're done with everything, right? I go by, see these guys, boom. Leroy's ordering his food. We're just all hanging out talking. Frog Boy decides, hey, let me see my skills. Boom. Bullseye. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, I got
Anybody's
a
got
bullseye.
luck.
We thought it was luck.
We thought it was luck.
No.
Second one. Phew, boom. Bullseye. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever. Third one. Phew, boom. Bullseye. Hey, what's going on with this guy? Fourth one. Phew, boom. Bullseye.
I'm telling you. Hey.
Fifth one.
You're telling me
Phew,
this
boom,
guy
bullseye.
You're telling me this guy was throwing darts like one of those pro Brits?
Dude,
yes.
He was hitting bullseyes that the sixth one he threw hit the bullseye and bounced off.
Because there was no room.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
be careful.
We gotta be nice to
Be
him.
careful with him.
That's right. So we better start bringing him in some apple juice because if he hit the bullseye, he got to pick one of us.
Schmeathan Schmoly has it right where it says Marcus has that poison dart frog DNA. He's right. Get us the rest of your headlines here, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Heat, they'll be back on the hardwood tonight against the
Chicago
Bulls. DeMar DeRozan.
Terrible.
I'm sure they'll be flirting.
Don't they have more talent than their record would indicate?
Offensive talent. Offensive talent. Yeah, I would say so.
Leroy, let me ask you this.
We got a lot of teams that don't play non-defense.
Non-defense, and we have a lot of teams who have a lot of team meetings. The Chicago Bulls had a team players meeting after the first game of the season.
Sure did.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me? You know what that reminds me of? You ever see that that Dr. Pepper commercial where they go, "The season's over." He goes out, burns all of his stuff, and the guy goes, "Guys, that was the first play."
They're 9-16. They've lost a couple in a row. Let's see. Caruso questionable for tonight with an ankle.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say questionable hair.
Nah, he's bald. He's bald. He just feel bald.
He gave it up. That's what
He gave it up
you know. What that threw me off with Mike White. He had no hair.
Mike White has no hair.
He's bald. Isn't Mike White bald now?
Talking about the Dolphins' backup quarterback?
No, I'm talking about the point guard for Boston.
Oh, you talking about
Derek White?
Derek White.
Derek White.
Yeah, Mike White. I'm like,
Derek White. Bald.
I mean, I know he's lighter, but geez, I'm saying, you know,
Derek White.
One is still, you know,
yeah.
One's a tangible, the other one's still an intangible.
So that's tonight. Heat back in action. See if we get an injury update on Bam and Tyler. They were ruled out, of course, for yesterday's game. Tyler seems like he's on the mend. I mean, they were both on the bench last night.
All he's been doing is hitting like jump shots and stuff, like a couple of dribbles. He ain't really been doing the basketball work yet.
The only thing you got to like
wonder, missing either.
The only thing you got to wonder with the Heat with this is, are they going to try and like get cute, try and get a couple more games, because this is the Bulls. They suck. And then they got a big week coming up next week, because next week you got Timberwolves, Magic, and Hawks. So much harder schedule. Do they try and get a few more rest days? I'll tell you what.
Here's the problem. You'll never know.
You'll never know.
They don't say nothing.
You'll never know. I will say, though, Thomas Bryant, he had a good game yesterday. I was like, oh, look at you, Thomas Bryant. He was flexing. Flexed on the Hornets, dude. It was great. We'll take a quick break, get back into the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel, he's like, he answers the idea to the Dolphins, or the Dolphins become too cheetah-centric. That's next.
Florida Lexus dealers 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experience amazing.
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. We'll get to 15 minutes of game day uncensored here in just a second. But first, Leroy.
What's up?
We get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm. Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Leave early from what I'm looking at and from what I'm feeling with the weather. And JFig. Everything's 15 minutes behind.
Oh, that's scary.
I don't want to be a part of your weather report.
It
was just pouring here.
It has been rainy for the last 2 days. Winds has been extremely windy also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking out there now. It's 15, 20 miles an hour.
Wow.
I can look. I don't even need to look at planes or anything like that. I can see the wind blowing sideways, and it's coming from the east. And it looks like it's going to do this all day. So drive safely. Temperature, you got to be 75, 80 degrees, right?
That's unbelievable, man.
It's amazing, right?
74 degrees, but the humidity makes it feel like 85.
Dude, he is a golfer. He is a golfer. Leroy, if you could, man, I forgot. I got to get this from you. Can we get an update on the TPC, man? Can we get a scoreboard, or could you give us a little preview? I know they just kind of got underway. We're in the first round, but
what?
Yeah.
There's no tournament at TPC.
TPC Sawgrass?
Isn't Tiger playing today? No, I think it's Tiger.
No, that's not the TPC. That is the father-son. Tiger's playing in the father-son because he's playing with Charlie.
Well, tell us. Oh, yeah, the father-son. Okay, so the Edwin Watts, the father-son PNG update.
Give me a second.
Get that up for us. And that's, of course, brought to us by the Edwin Watts Golf Shop, home of the 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers around the country since 1968. Tiger's golfing with his son. That's always Goosies.
Yeah.
That's
it's actually pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
No, you know what? Hold on. Gotta give Tobin credit.
What?
It's a Q school. It's not. It's a PGT. It's a PGA.
Oh, it's Q school.
Q school. That's at the
All
Sawgrass.
right. Okay. All right. So that's what it is. So we got because this is silly season, Tobin. That's why.
Yeah.
Wraparound season is over.
We're just waiting. We're having some fun before we get back to spring.
Yeah, this is where they play on all the. So they had a tournament last week where the LPGA and the PGA Tour played together. They played a partners event, and now you got the father-son tournament. That's with Charlie, and then you have Q School. Q School is a little different now because do you know that the top amateur gets a tour card? So when you do the college rankings, who's ever number one gets full status on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And the top 10, I want to say the top 10, or maybe even the top 20 get some type of either with the lower tier tour, I forget what it's called now. And some get into some events. So it's cool how they do it now. So I didn't even know they didn't have Q School. I want to say they didn't even have Q School for a couple of years because they did it this way. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So
I mean, the biggest story in golf is John Rahm took the money.
It's crazy, dude. He did take that money.
Because he was, let me tell you something. He was leading the charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, when you pay for play, right, you don't have contracts with the PGA Tour. It is pay for play. If you can get any type of guaranteed money, like they do with these club deals and these shoe deals and these clothing deals and putting all those names on their shirts and stuff like that, that's all money based on how well you play, right? If you can get an opportunity to get some of that money without having to do all that stuff, why wouldn't you? It's your profession.
Well, you guys can take some of your money, go to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop, some of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers around the country since 1968. Miami Dolphins, of course, going to get back at it today. They're getting ready for the New York Jets. I wanted to play this. This was a Jevon Holland. He was on Hochman and Crowder. Does the Jevon Holland Show every single Tuesday. And he was explaining where he's at with his injuries right now and says he is dealing with 2 sprained MCLs. Here is the Dolphins.
What is your status for Sunday? How are you feeling, and what is the nature of your injury?
Yeah, so it's 2 sprained MCLs. It's, it's taking longer than I thought it was, but this is like my first like legitimate injury that I've had in my career. I've been blessed to evade like serious injuries. So, yeah, it's a long process, man. It's ligaments. It's not muscles and anything like that. So it's taking a while. I'm day to day, just, slowly improving. I was running last week. So I'm getting there. And I'm optimistic about this week. I am really excited because I do have a chance to come back. And, but yeah, I'm fighting to get back as soon as possible, especially because we're taking on a lot of injuries, especially in the secondary. So I want to be able to help as much as possible in games that we need, especially in December. So yeah, I'm getting there.
There you go. Jevon Holland with Hochman and Crowder earlier in the week. Is that like a thing, Leroy? Do you ever feel more pressure coming back if more guys are getting banged up? They're going to press you to do what you can to get back?
I played with, like, one of the hardest games I had to make through was I broke ribs. And when I was in Minnesota, my thing was, Rob will go miss a couple of games. You got to be ready to go for those games. I got hurt and Robbie got hurt. So I'm like, ugh. And here's what sucks. You know how long his injury was going to be because he had to have the abdomen. He had one of those sports hernias, right? So you knew that was going to be a minute. And I'm sitting here like with ribs, and really it's not, there's really no set time. Sometimes your ribs can like kind of start healing to where they, you get that deposit to where they heal a little bit quicker. If you keep still, they'll heal right instead of crooked, right? So I was like, man, I got to come back because this is my thing. This is why I'm here. So I came back, I think I broke like 3 ribs and I came back. I couldn't even hardly breathe the first week, but then I came back the next week, and I got to tell you, that was tough. There wasn't enough medicine in the world to take away that pain.
Jeez. Mike McDaniel at the podium now. He says that they kind of are cramming everything into today because it was a short week. They didn't actually practice yesterday. They're going to do, I guess, multiple walkthroughs today, and says that some guys may be out there, but they wouldn't if it was real practice. They wouldn't be out there. But obviously they have a ton of injuries. We listed them all off.
It's walkthrough, and here's the thing that you deal with. There's a fine line between trying to get everybody caught up with the game plan and getting somebody new ready for the game plan, right? So if you don't know if a guy's going to play, how much work do you get his backup?
Yeah.
Because if he can play, if he hadn't done the preparation, then you're really in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
So it becomes a difficult thing when you're really unsure who's going to play. I would say, just based on what I've seen, right, Tyreek will play. Because there ain't enough adrenaline in the world if you roll your ankle enough to where you're going to be able to run like he was running. You see what I'm saying? So I would believe Leroy.
Al Macco says
here's the worst part. What's the worst part about that statement?
That is accurate.
Full rack?
Yeah, he had to put full rack on the end.
If it's Flanagan's, easy.
Hey, so yeah. You know what? Because I make a very good rib. I've been known to get it going with the rib game. I find it hard. I'm too critical when I go to a restaurant and eat ribs. I can't do it. So I'd rather not. There's a couple of spots that have some nice ribs, but they charge an arm and a leg for a rack of ribs. I'm like, goodness. Good.
The only thing that could stop Leroy from football is food.
Oh,
I was ready. Like he was about to give a good Tyreek take, and then all of a sudden he saw ribs.
His ribs are good though. I've had his ribs. The ribs are good.
I'm listening. If you're listening to fantasy, fantasy research during fantasy playoffs, you want to make a bet on the Dolphins in this game.
Yep.
You listen to Leroy, former player, knows about these type of injuries. He's talking, and all of a sudden, boom,
tension goes elsewhere.
Yeah.
When it goes to food, tension goes to the food.
We'll bring it back.
Who doesn't like a good nice rack of ribs?
Absolutely. We'll get back into Tyreek here. Here was Mike McDaniel earlier in the week. He was asked about the idea: has the team become too Tyreek Hill centric on offense? Here's what he had to say to that.
I think that is kind of inherent, at least for me as a play caller, as you're trying to distribute the ball. There are times where there's a glutton of opportunities that go Tyreek's way. Generally, that's momentum based. But there's we're collectively we're strongest when you have to worry about everyone. So there's always that type of mindset and wanting to involve people, and then you just don't fight how the game presents a lot of times. And when he's a hot hand, just like when Jalen's a hot hand, similar things happen. I know there's I can't remember which week it was. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago against Vegas, but people attributed Tyreek being out to Waddle getting successive targets. It really wasn't the case. It was that you're paying attention as a play caller to what's happening on the field with a clear mind, with an idea of what you're going to go to. But then when people noticeably you can feel the momentum of a certain moment or a drive or whatever, you try to empower the offense by getting the ball in those guys' hands.
I mean,
right. No. I got this.
Okay.
There's a solution for this. And I was privy to one of these solutions. And that is that you make Tyreek and Waddle interchangeable. So that means that you run the same plays, flip their positions and their responsibilities, and it makes it much more difficult to focus on one guy. So if you see when Tyreek squats down behind the
Crouching cheetah
tackle and just take off, Waddle can do that. So you just do that so that if one of them happens to be out and you put, say, Achane in one of those positions, they still aren't sure who's doing what.
I was curious, though, because, there's been talk about how much Tyreek took investment into the offense this year. Is it just possible that he just trusts Tyreek a lot more with knowing a lot more and putting a lot more on his plate than he does with Jalen and Achane?
Here's the most important thing, okay? The reason why Tyreek Hill gets the ball all the time, because his ass is always open.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like he's throwing it in the triple coverage with Tyreek. All them touchdowns, when he going down the field, they managed to get him in one-on-one situations, and he was open 5 yards down the field. You got to throw it.
He's always going to be the best option.
Right. And so from that standpoint, and let's not make it sound like other teams don't do the same thing. Well, they only threw it to D-Hop. Right? There was a couple other guys caught some balls, but when it was go time, they threw it to D-Hop.
Yeah, I think it's just people expected with this that the passing game without Tyreek would still be okay with Jalen Waddle, because I think people think a lot of Jalen Waddle.
Right.
But you're watching a guy on a historic pace right now. You're watching an insanity every week with Tyreek.
But again, what you have to do is you have to learn how to interchange them to some extent, to where it could be just a simple run play, right? Or a simple end around, and you switch Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, And that to that defense, that blows their mind because here's how defenses learn plays. They learn plays when the wide receiver lines up here, here's the routes he's going to run. When he lines up here, here's what he's going to do, and here's what he's going to do. And they defend based on that. If you switch them, right, they're not going to put the same rules to the other guy that's in the same position. They're going to look at Tyreek and see what Tyreek is doing and go towards him. So it creates opportunities just on the sheer fact that you switched two guys and ran the same damn play. To the defense, that looks like a different play.
Sergey Bob over 5 Oski just says McFraud.
No, here.
All of a sudden,
let me tell you,
no longer a guru. People are rats off the ship, dude.
But here's the deal. Coaches get caught up in when things are working, you don't see past them not working, right? Whatever Tyreek has done has been working. There's really no need to change it, right? Because it's been working.
This is one of the things that has been revealed. And I know it maybe seemed obvious, but it's been revealed on Hard Knocks. There's a different pep in his step, and they've put this on Mike when he calls stuff for Tyreek. There is it's a toy that he loves to use in a lot of different ways, and it unlocks a lot of stuff because he's motion boy. He loves things in motion. They by far the biggest percentage of motion in the league, and it freaks defenses out. As you said, defenses are dumb, and he loves instituting that with his offense. And so he said this with Tyreek coming back from the injury, it was caught. He goes, well, he was on Mike. That changes things.
Yeah, but it changes things because of the player. It shouldn't change things because of your offense. You still have enough speed and enough talent in your skill positions to pull a lot of those quick motions, fast guys getting down the field. And I think when things are working really well, and this is what I've seen so far with the Dolphins this year, they're going at a good clip. They're scoring a bunch of points. Everybody's getting open. Things are working. Then you face a team that says, we're not going to allow you to do this. And the offense gets caught off guard. And my whole thing is, how many teams are going to play this defense on you and take away the middle of the field before you have some adjustments, right? Because it's the same style. If you go back to every game they've lost, here's what they do. They take away Tua's first option, he pats the ball, and then the rush gets there, right? And one of the things that works with this offense is that he can get rid of the ball so quick so the offensive line doesn't get exposed. Now, when they close up the middle of the field and Tua pats it, every time you see him pat it, you go, uh-oh, right? Because he's unsure where to go with it because they took away that option. You have to have some alternate offense, some different plays that exposes a different area of the field. The other thing you have to do when they play those two deep safeties like that and want to drop those linebackers deep like that, you got to have a run game. They were running the ball pretty good.
Well, they've had a great run game.
And so what you got to do is as a coach, swallow your pride and say, we just going to keep running it, and we're going to run it in different ways until they bring one of those safeties up. Then we'll revisit what we do.
Take a quick break. Little Goosies, no Goosies coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Want to let you guys know, if you have someone you know that needs a day of relaxation, we got your chance to win a $100 gift card to Contour Day Spa in Plantation. Contour Day Spa offers a wide range of spa services and more. If you're looking for a holiday gift, visit contourdaySpa.com or keep listening to our show. We'll give away that next hour a $100 gift card to Contour Day Spa. Let us get to a little Goosies. No Goosies. All right. It's where we get goosed up, everybody. JFig, don't have to kill all of them, all right?
You already know I love this game.
What do we got today, Jennifer, for Goosies, no Goosies?
All right, number 1, Roger Goodell will decide Tush Push's fate in March.
All right, let's hear from the old commish on where he stands with Tush Push. I've heard he doesn't like it.
A lot of coaches talked last year about innovation would come off of that play. I'd like to take a look back at that. Has that really occurred? I think in anything, it's important to hear the different perspectives, let the committee do their work. I'll be able to participate in that, and I'm sure we'll have a position by March.
I got the Goosies. It sounds like he's banning it. Good. It's cheating. It's not football. It's fake. It's one team does it. It's annoying. If Baldy says it's not football, then it's not football.
That's why you can't get rid of it.
Why?
Because if one team has perfected it, that means the other teams are crying about it because they can't do it.
Oh, well.
There's a lot of things that happen around football that you don't like because other teams have success with it, and you don't have the talent to do anything about it.
It's a gimmick.
So what?
So you know, the Dolphins, if Mike McDaniel came up with Tush Push and the Dolphins were 97% successful on it and everybody else was complaining, you would be saying, "Oh, shut your mouth."
It's hard to say, Vlad. I don't live in the
Oh my goodness.
Instead, I have a coach.
You are the worst.
I have a
You're
coach.
the worst.
I'm just telling you, I have a coach. He likes a little innovation, little razzle dazzle. This Sirianni, what does he want to do? Oh, we're all so thrilled. We're also thrilled watching 1 yard runs be successful all the time.
Hey,
get out of here.
You are fraudulent right now.
Nope.
As your boy, I'm trying to.
I'm not being fraudulent.
Really? So you would feel differently if the Dolphins were the team that.
I don't know how I would feel, but
yes, you do. Stop lying to these people.
I don't know how I would feel.
You don't know. Oh,
so lying.
I don't know how I would feel. I can't live in a world where I'm not in pretend land like you guys are.
So do you have Goosies?
For Roger Goodell?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Goosies.
I do not. Simply because you're a fraud.
Okay.
No Goosies.
No Goosies. Ridiculous. What about you, Murderer?
As much as I love the sound of no Goosies, I'm gonna say Goosies.
Yeah. Because you hate it too.
That's it. El Borre got it right.
What?
-1 for Lions.
It's ridiculous about Lion.
You are a fraud. You lied because Vlad put it out there for
-1.
You know damn well how you would feel if it was your team. It's not your team, so you have a problem with it.
I want to watch rugby. I'll get up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday and go to an Irish pub. I don't want to watch rugby.
Let me ask you.
If there was a play that the cheetah, because
There
you have
used to be-
Tyreek. No, if there was a play that the Dolphins can run, and because you have Cheetah, and he's the only one that's getting 60 yards out of this play. Everybody else they tried, other fast guys, they can't do it. But Cheetah and the Dolphins, and people started complaining and bitching about, oh, they should eliminate the Cheetah play. You're gonna say Goosies about that?
Here's the thing. This is why you guys are being Peter Pan right now, not growing up. Of course, if it was a 60-yard play, everybody would love it because it's fun. Nobody likes watching the tush push. It's boring.
I don't care about boring. Is it effective?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. You know what's boring?
It used to be a man's. If you wanted to
-5 yards on the movement.
Wait. Let me tell you what's boring. A fade route on the goal line to a guard no.
I agree with that. That's a bad play, but there's a difference between a bad play and boring plays, and it's a boring play.
Sometimes
tush push
the
is
best
boring. It's
football
been
is
boring.
boring.
A lot of running plays are boring. No offense, Leroy,
Dude.
but you know what I mean.
Loose-
HB
listen,
Slam is
nobody-
not really exciting.
Nobody gets enthusiastic about 2nd and 7.
No, let me tell you something. You love 2nd and 7, and let me
You
tell
know
you another
why?
thing.
Because it ain't 2nd and 13.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you another thing. Leroy Horton never needed to have anybody push him in the ass. Okay, he was able to get 3 yards no matter what.
Yeah, well, I had my own form of propulsion.
Shoulder pads.
No.
You know what? There's a simple solution to all of this.
Stop it.
Stop it. No, get a quarterback who could bench press 700 pounds.
Oh, enough of him too. If he was so good at it, why does he need somebody else doing the squat with him then? Get out of here.
I'm just saying.
It's nonsense.
I'm
You know,
just saying.
you want to go out there and get 4th and 1 whenever you want. Go get Lusaka Polite. That was a man right there. He'd get you 4th and 1 converted every single time Tony Sperano gave him the rock. Tush push. Vlad,
Now you're
Goosies?
praising a
No
guy.
Goosies?
Now you're praising. Rest in peace. Now you're praising a guy who used to fist pump for field goals.
No, I'm praising Lusaka Polite.
Oh,
I would have backed you up, but
if you would have
I
just been
know
honest.
for a fact
If
that
you
if
just
there
been
was,
honest.
yeah, if he was being honest, I would have backed you up. But I know you. If there was a Dolphin play, if there was a play that Tua can only do, and they try to ban Tua, you would be the first to say, enough of you, NFL. Enough of you trying to stop our boy Tua and the Dolphins from plays that they can't stop. If you can't stop it, learn how to stop it.
It's boring.
But it's
Nobody
boring.
likes it.
Come on,
boring.
man.
4th and 1 is always
Unless you-
boring.
unless
No
you have
Goosies.
cheese whiz and Philly cheesesteaks on your shirt, and you have a McNabb stained jersey, you're the only people who like it. Nobody else likes this play
because nobody else can stop it.
McNabb stained jersey.
Ridiculous. What else we got for Goosies? No Goosies, JFig.
Butler having Jamal Cain ready for last night.
Wow. Let us hear from Kane Train last night. He stepped in for Jay Rich, and here's what Kane Train had to say after the game.
Well, I didn't know until like shoot around this morning, and this Karan brother just told me, "Yo, you gonna have to be ready." And I've been training for it. You know, I've been practicing hard, just getting ready for this moment. So, and it came, and I just want to help my team any way that I can.
That's Goosies galore. I
Yeah.
love that.
I love
Yeah.
it. We hear these stories more on this team than any other team.
Yeah.
About guys who haven't played, who've played very little and then come in and just ball out.
Yeah.
And then they go back to not hardly playing.
Karan Butler, I love Karan Butler. I watch those guys warm up a lot. Karan Butler, he feeds these guys. Like, he's like a hype train as he's getting the guys to shoot. And Kane is one of those. Like, he hypes them up while he's feeding them the shots. So, to get his opportunity. I love Jamal Cain. I wish there were more minutes on this team for him. How he is always in the right spot for an offensive rebound putback is beyond me. He like slithers between everybody. It's amazing. Love that guy.
It's amazing because his body type is different than Kyle Lowry's, but Kyle Lowry's always in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your Goosies?
I got the Goosies. I just love hearing these stories. It is a testament to these young men, and the Miami Heat for being able to keep them in the right frame of mind because, you have to realize a lot of these guys were stars. Wherever university they went to, G League, whatever, they've been balling. And then to come and finally get your opportunity, and your opportunity is sitting on the bench, right? It could get frustrating. But all these guys that play for the Miami Heat always seem to be ready when their number is called. And it's a testament to them. It's a testament to the Miami Heat, to the people working with them to keep their minds right and keep them in the right frame of mind, even though they're not playing. And a lot of them aren't accustomed to that. So, yeah, it always gives me the Goosies when you hear stories of guys finally getting an opportunity to go out and ball, except for Yovi, because he had an opportunity to ball and they sent him to Sioux Falls.
You see, Karan Butler told him to be ready, and who knows system? Kane Train, and where are you? Sioux Falls again. Who you taking on tonight? Delaware the Bums?
I wonder if he stopped in Chicago for a Serbian night.
I don't know, man. Come on, getting system down. Only 20 years old. Tyler Hero was 20 years old, and he was bowling.
Could you just imagine?
Always.
Could you just imagine Bobby
always
Bobby
goes
Kobe
back to
just talking
Quran.
like that?
JFig, where are your Goosies?
I have the Goosies.
I love that, man. I really do.
Goosies.
Yeah. I got Goosies for that. You can't knock the fact that, first of all, it's tough juice. I got love for Quran. So tough juice getting you prepared and hyping you up the way that Tobin just said. Come on, you got to play well. And every time he plays, he's contributed.
You think Draymond would try Quran?
Hell no.
What?
You see the point I'm making here? Like,
but wait a minute. But you look at Quran, he ain't the one.
But that's what I'm saying. The people that he trying, he almost goes into it knowing they ain't gonna do nothing.
But come on, man. Rudy's 7'2", man. If you're getting beat up by a 6'7" guy, come on.
I mean, he didn't really get beat up. He just didn't respond.
No.
You should have responded. He's got you.
No, but if he
got a rear naked chokehold on you.
But here's the deal. And here's the thing. These guys are being professionals, and this is why Draymond has to get a substantial suspension, because he is not only affecting his team, but what happens if somebody else say, I ain't down with that, and y'all go at it and a melee ensues, right? Now you've affected other guys in the league, and you got to do this to protect those other guys, because somebody at some point is going to respond. And that's what the fear is. All these altercations he's gotten into, nobody has responded.
I think the thing that's going to be annoying, too, is if he does get responded to, I feel like the guy who responds to him is going to get a worse suspension than he ever does.
That's my point. So don't you, as a league, don't you have to protect the rest of the league from this guy?
For sure. We got to take a break. Back with more for this.
747-3733.
Love saves it for going out of bounds. The kick ahead, the hot catch, pump fake twice, up and in and one. Nice transition action by your Miami Heat. The hot catch, working the left side with a little hezzy, now a spin, now a flip, that's a bucket. He is a professional player.
It's the footwork, back to the basket, the spin, and your feet create that open lane because of the step.
Jimmy, McGowan's in front, takes him left baseline all the way through. Kicks it to Jaquez, 3, splashes for the rookie from the right wing. Butler, top of the circle with Smith on it. Gets to the Jaquez, didn't hesitate, fired, and splashed the 3 from the right wing. Jaquez, he's flying the other way. He's going to keep it. He does. Flips it after changing hands. The left hand of fellowship from Jaquez.
The weight is her hands slowly, my breath slowly taken. And franchises missed their prizes. Those teams were mistaken. But you see, Pat Riley took the draft's best rookie on his head, his head's flowing. Cross you up, ankles gone, best footwork since Quran. On your head, he is Duncan. On your head, dunks on your head, Junior, Hawkins Junior, Hawkins Junior, Hawkins Junior.
Yeah, great song.
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Oh, God.
Flirted with the triple-double last night.
Dude, your flirting and my flirting are two different.
I think that's unflirtation. Like, hold on. Let me give you the line.
No. First of all, here's the deal. Both rebounds and assists need to be 8+ to be flirting.
I think he did that last night. Hold on. Let me get the Jaime Jaquez. I think he did. I think he did last night. I'm pretty sure he did last night. He hit last night. It was 17 points. Hold on. 17 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. That's flirting with the triple-double.
That's not flirting with it. That's flirting with a double-double.
Did Jimmy flirt with the triple-double? Jimmy had 15, 10 assists, 7 rebounds.
Closer because he got 2 of the 3.
So but not flirting. Still not flirting because it wasn't an 8 in the other one?
Right, because you got 3 more.
Come on, dude. He didn't play in the fourth quarter.
That's what flirting is.
He didn't play in the fourth quarter. I think that's a triple-double flirtation.
Hold on. Let me explain. Okay. Well, like you just got to just.
I want to start asking people. I want to know if I could start. I'm going to ask some of the players. What do you consider flirting with the triple-double?
If you get 8 or 9 of one,
I think you're being a curmudgeon about this.
No, I'm not.
I think you are,
dude.
I have to have 8 or 9.
Yeah.
7 doesn't cut it.
But if it's 2, what if you have a double-double with a 7? That's not flirting with the triple-double?
That's
no,
flirting.
Because
no, that is flirting. You have a double.
Because you got 2 and 3. You got a double-double.
You have to have a double-double. We will not allow 17, 7, and 7.
No. If it's 17, 7, 7 is not flirting with a triple-double.
Because it's 2 sevens.
It's 2 sevens. You got 2 singles there.
What about 17, 9, and 7?
No, you got to have a double-double. That's 7.
No. You just start in the pack check. The only way you can get the individuals is if you got 9 and 9 or 9 and 8.
You guys are very stingy.
Right?
Very
stingy. Leroy, if he has 17, 9, and 8, that you're flirting with a triple-double.
That's flirting with a triple-double.
Yeah, because you're like 1 or 2. That's it.
I think you guys are not allowing Jaime to flirt. I think that he flirted with a triple-double.
He's smitten. He was smitten with a triple-double.
Smitten. He introduced himself to a triple-double.
He introduced himself to a triple-double. But he wasn't flirting.
Triple-double wasn't interested.
He didn't slide into the triple-doubles DMs?
Nah.
No.
Not about it. But no.
Let's
by
get
the
some
way,
headlines.
By the way,
Hmm?
my wife has been saying that,
What?
having no idea what it actually means.
Slide in DMs?
Yeah. She goes, it's like, I'm like, can you please? Even Rebecca's like, Mom, can you please stop saying that?
But why is she
Like-
saying that?
Yeah, why is she saying
Because
that?
I guess she saw it on the stupid commercial.
Oh.
You know,
This is like the
the
time we
progressive
tried to-
commercial.
This was like
Oh, when they're trying to teach the old folks.
Yeah, he
all
said,
the
what does
news.
it mean? He said, what does it mean to slide into somebody's DMs? That sounds like fun. Like, no. He's like, no.
this is like the time.
Ah, I think I did see that.
This was like the time where we tried with Big Spoon, just sending her emojis and seeing what the reaction would be.
Yeah.
And she didn't get it.
So let's get into some more headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Jimmy Buckets after the game, he had some things to say about the Heat's young players. A lot of them showing up last night. And he says, always confident, especially with the young guys.
I mean, we have to be confident. We see the work that they put into it every day. But we also know we have a tendency to give up leads, I mean, if we're being brutally honest. But I'm glad that they closed out the game strong, taking and making good shots majority of the time. But it's good to see them gain confidence in, that moment, to know that it's on you to win the game. And they did it in. Don't matter if it's by 1 or 21. They held the lead and we won.
That was nice. 1 or 21. That was nice.
Like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Thanks, Kyle. They both, both of those guys were thrilled it didn't get to single digits last night. They're like, fourth quarter off. Yes.
Yes. I mean, well, once Spo takes them out, they're done anyway. So it's just a matter of them other guys hanging on. They ain't going back in.
Well, that's what happened. I was saying that's what happened last night with the Pacers game.
Yeah, but Spo doesn't do that. That's a young coach.
Yeah.
Right? He
No. Adrian Griffin, you could tell he got panicked. And also,
He's like, listen, it's not easy. Like those first time coaches, when you're given this this super team, like he's gonna face a lot of considerations. He's already gotten called out once by crazy eyes Bobby Portis. I thought, you think Damian Lillard has to be thinking to himself, this Giannis is such a lame-o, right? Like, oh, who cares who gets the basketball? Bam would never act like that. Anyway. Duncan Robinson. This is what Duncan Robinson has to say about the coverages that he's seeing so far. He led the Heat in scoring last night.
Yeah, maybe. I see less like ridiculous coverages where, they're just like doing everything they can and not let me shoot a three. So that's maybe a little bit of an adjustment, but they still try to run me off. So it gives me opportunities to do more than just shoot.
Gives me opportunities to open up that bag.
Which I might add, you were against it early in the season. Don't lie. Don't lie.
No.
Don't lie. What did you say?
No. Can I just say something?
I don't want to see the teardrop. I want you to shoot the three.
Nope. Not what I said this season. I said that last season.
Oh my goodness.
Fix your timelines. I'm not going to allow you to say things that aren't true.
You're the worst. You are the worst.
No, not the worst. You're not going to sit here and lie to the people.
You say all kinds of stuff. We call you on it, and you have some little maneuver. You never said that.
I never said that this year. I never said that. Here's Eric Spoelstra on how opponents are playing Duncan Robinson.
I like to play you right now. Like Draymond.
Spo didn't go through. Hold on.
Oh, man. Listen, I didn't say that, though. I'm proud of Duncan Robinson. That's my guy.
My goodness, you would have traded him for a box of ho-hos.
That's not true.
Oh, my goodness. Dude.
That's not true.
Can I ask you a question?
If he had to be in the Damian Lillard deal, I'm not going to lie.
Hold on.
Why do you always have to bring that up?
Hold on. Did you not trade Tyler?
Yeah.
Jaime and Dunks
for Dan.
Spo. And one time he's traded Spo.
That was a long time ago.
No, Spo. Hey,
One,
go live by your steakhouse, Spo.
I don't think it's open anymore. Pandemic hit everybody hard.
Did you say it closed?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
So
you did it. You just said the pandemic. Everyone hard.
Like people stop eating.
That
I'm
is
just
the
telling
widest
a lot. Are you guys arguing a lot of restaurants didn't close in the pandemic?
You're being sassy.
I got to tell you.
What?
Dude, can I just say this? As an older man,
Mhm.
right? Remembering all the crap you say is getting exhausting.
Well, I know
And
because
then-
you're mixing up
no,
years. It's very
no,
exhausting
no,
for me.
Are you saying the old mix-up years?
He's mixing up years.
I'm not mixing up years, dude.
You're
I'm
like-
not mixing up years.
You're mixing up years. I did not say this year for Duncan Robinson to stop teardropping.
What year was it, Tobin?
Last year.
Well, this is what Spo said.
Not totally sure if that's a game plan thing. I would be very interested to see if opponents are game planning to keep them out of the paint. That would be ironical.
Not a word. Not
Just
a
pull a
word.
Just pull the McDaniel.
Not a word, Mike McDaniel.
About that in practice. the other
Ironical.
day, that hey, don't you still shoot the push dribbles and the dribble handoff threes that everybody overreacts. After a certain point, they might not overreact if you're not taking them. And he was assertive tonight, that's for sure.
Ironical?
6 and 9, dude. From
Just
downtown.
gave Tobin a new
can't
word.
get
That's
over
right.
Oh, you know Tobin.
What's
You know
the-
Tobin's
what's
about
the
to use this
over-under?
word.
What's
I
the
think they should-
over-under?
Somebody call up Michael McCullough. Let's make ironical a cultural T-shirt. I love that. That's good.
Ironical.
It has to be in parentheses.
That's it. Yeah, Mike Biamonte should say that after they overcommit to Duncan Robinson in the paint. Ironical defense. Oh man! All right, we get to our pick draft coming up next. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to get to our pick draft. We have interesting standings. Leroy, after a perfect week, up to 4-2. After I went 1-2 this past week, I'm now even Steven, 3-3. Frog Boy was 0-3 this week. After his 2-1, he blew that. He's now 2-4. JFig.
I don't want to talk about it.
1-5 so far in December. But that means you get the first pick, JFig. So what do you want today?
All right, guys. Let's see.
You got the guts?
No, I don't. Actually.
Oh, wow. You're not going to
No.
Wow.
I'm saving that for you.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to pick the Colts.
All right. The Indianapolis Colts on Saturday.
Good pick.
The Indianapolis Colts are hosting on Saturday. Saturday games start this week. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they are 1.5-point favorites. So, all right, JFig not picking with her heart. She is taking this seriously. The Colts 1.5-point favorites at home. All right, Vlad, what are you picking for Frog Boy?
Pick the worst one.
Staying on Saturday, I am picking the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati
like
is
that.
a 3-point favorite at home against the Minnesota Vikings.
On their 8th quarterback.
Yes.
All right. For my first pick, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
Underdogs on the road in Buffalo. I'll
See,
take the 2 points.
You know what that is? That's a what you want to happen pick.
Nope.
Okay.
They're going to beat them. They're going to beat them.
Okay.
They're going to beat them. They're
Okay.
going to beat them. They're going to beat
Okay.
them. What do you
Okay.
got, Leroy? What's your first pick?
Sounded like Bill.
Being that I'm going to stay consistent with this, I will take the New England Patriots.
Wow.
Minus the
Minus
9.5.
getting 7.5
Oh, the game said, wow, it dropped. What's
at
9.5?
home over the Chiefs, who can't score.
All right. JFig, second pick for you.
Okay. All right. I'm going with the Texans.
Oh,
The
that's a
Houston
good
Texans in Tennessee. Tennessee is a 2.5-point favorite. So JFig getting 2.5 on the road off the high-flying Texans who embarrassed the Dolphins. Or the Titans who embarrassed the Dolphins.
Yep.
All
Scored
right.
15 points in 2 minutes.
I haven't picked the Titans this whole time, so
There you go. First
There you
time
go.
for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Vlad, what's your second pick?
I can't believe I'm going to go with this guy. I'm going with Waka Flacco Flames and the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
-3 against the Chicago Bears.
All right. There we go. Cleveland -3 against the Bears.
The Bears, who've been playing a lot better, by the way.
They have. I expect this to be a defensive battle, and Fields will give one up and cover the spread.
If you thought that I was going to cower away, you were wrong.
Hmm.
I will take the Miami Dolphins -8.5 against the New York Jets. They'll right the ship.
And NFC offensive player of the week.
Zach Wilson. I'm going to say it's a flash in the pan. He didn't even want to play that game.
Right.
Didn't even want to play. He was out on that game. Now all of a sudden he's going to start getting it together. Nah, I'm not going to go with that. Fangs has got something for him.
All right.
Fangs is embarrassed. He does have some explaining to do. That does not change. But also he's got to be embarrassed. I know gruff Fangs is going to take it out on old Milfy. Leroy, your second pick.
I am going to take
Easton Stick.
No, I am not. I am going to take the Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh. 6.5.
Over the Commanders.
All right. The Los Angeles Rams
that's a long
6.5 against the
That's
Commanders.
a long trip.
All righty. JFig,
Off the bye.
Your final pick.
Going for the Packers.
The Packers are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 3.5-point favorites at home. And JFig has a lot of love for Jordan Love. All right. Vlad, final pick for Frog Boy.
This is tough. Some of the good picks are gone.
Let me help you out here.
No.
Okay.
I know. No, that's gonna be a game that nobody picks. Well, I mean, a couple of games nobody picks. There's
Yeah.
4 of us.
Yep.
No, we're not going. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you.
Frog
Marcos. Boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this.
He ain't listening.
Even though he's missed 2 weeks this week, he's gonna get.
Pick the highest spread.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take in a shocker. I'm gonna take the Lions -4.5 over the Broncos.
All right, Lions -4.5.
I think they right the ship.
Maybe. I mean, but they got a team who's been playing a lot better in the Denver Broncos. That's 8:15 on Saturday. With these games coming back.
So Marcos will know by Saturday if he has a winning he's gonna have a winning record.
Sure will. I can't believe this, but I'm gonna go with.
Can you really?
I can't believe this.
You're not gonna go with him. You're not gonna do this, are you? You're not.
I'm going with Tommy Cutlets. I'm going with Tommy DeVito. He is getting 6 points on the road in the Superdome against the Saints. Give me Tommy Cutlets. I'm going with it. New York Giants +6. Leroy, your last pick. That line just changed. I swear to God, it was just.
I had 6.
I had 6.5.
I had 6.5. I swear to God, that just changed. Damn it. All right. Well, whatever.
All right.
Final pick for you, Leroy.
I'm torn because I don't know what to make of the Jags. And Baltimore's only a 3-point favorite.
3-point favorite.
Right.
Oh, you got 3? Because I have 3.5 here.
I have
3 and a half.
And this we're using.
Are you looking at ESPN?
Yeah,
I'm
using
some
ESPN.
just changed. I
And it
swear.
just happened
I
because
literally.
like 1 or 2 segments ago, I was looking at it.
I'm looking at it right now. It says 3.
Right now, I'm looking at it right now. It says Sunday Night Football line 3.5 Baltimore.
Refreshing.
What are you refresh? Are you on ESPN?
Yeah.
I got 3.
All right.
Oh, now it's 3. Yeah, you're right.
No
you're
hook.
right. You're right. No hook for you, bro.
All right. So that being said, I will take the San Francisco 49ers -12 versus the Cardinals.
Wow, Mr. I don't like big spreads. Takes 2 of the biggest ones of the week.
He has nothing to lose, really.
Well, I should have taken the Falcons, but I don't trust them.
Listen, if he has an 0 for 3, he's right back in the pot. You just
Wow,
need
he
a 3 and 0.
took well, he took the highest point spread this week.
He did.
Going 0 for 3.
You might.
Dude,
It's possible.
The 40. Wait, I'll give up 12 points with the best team in the NFL right now.
Somebody could pick up a garbage touchdown. They could be up 3 scores, and then all of a sudden,
Vlad, here's why I hate the big spreads. Because at the end of the game, with like 2 or 3 minutes left, you're just not giving up a quick score, but you're giving up a score and they cover. However, the Cardinals are so damn bad, I don't even think it's going to be that close.
And you got to look. Maybe there's a Call of Duty tournament this week that Kyler Murray might be out on.
leave him alone.
Take a quick break. Wrap things up on the other side. The brown paper bag. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy. And let's make somebody's holiday nice here, huh? Let's give away a $100 gift card to Contour Day Spa in Plantation. Caller number 5 right now. Caller 5 to 305-567-0560. Caller number 5 to our contest line. 305-567-0560. Caller number 5 will win a $100 gift card to Contour Day Spa in Plantation. Contour Day Spa offers a wide range of spa services and more. And if you're looking for a holiday gift, visit contourdayspa.com. But right now, we will give away a $100 gift card to caller number 5 to our contest line at 305-567-0560. Got an update, Leroy, from the Miami Heat on injuries for tonight. And here's what they say. Injury update. Bam Adebayo, Haywood Highsmith, and Josh Richardson all have been ruled out for tonight's game against the Chicago Bulls. Interestingly enough, though, I do not see on this list Tyler Hero.
Or maybe he's never even been put to the point where.
Interesting.
You see what I'm saying?
Let me see. Let me see if I can find yesterday's. It's a good point, Leroy. That's why you are who you are. Scrolling. Man, a lot of Duncan Robinson highlights. Scrolling.
He's scrolling, by the way.
Good question. I'm not
Jennifer,
sure.
are you chilly? Because you had Def Leppard earlier, and now
It's a little brisk in here. It's a little brisk in here.
It's a little brisk.
It's a little brisk.
I'm just comfy right now.
When was the last time anybody saw the damn sun? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been gloomy.
It's been like a week.
Interesting.
That's because you were in.
they didn't mention.
Yeah, you were in Tennessee.
Yeah, they didn't mention Tyler here on the tweets yesterday, Leroy. So I don't know. You might be right. Maybe they okie dokie.
Maybe he's not even to that place yet.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. From Ira. Heat injury report for tonight. Bam, hip, out. Tyler Hero, ankle, out. Haywood Highsmith, out. All right. Back spasms for Josh Richardson, out. Nikola Jovic, G League, out.
That's a lot of outs.
That is a lot of outs.
That is a lot.
But you know what they say, JFig?
You have enough?
That is what they say. That is what they say. That is what Eric Spoelstra says.
Hey,
He
next
also
week.
says, was ironically or no?
Hey.
What was it?
Ironical.
Ironical.
Hey, check this out. Next week,
Yeah?
it's gonna get into the 40s.
What? Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
Pretty please.
You're going to be wearing your boots, aren't you? But like the furry boots. Do you own?
that. I do
Yeah,
not
you
have
do.
that.
You definitely have
Yeah,
furry boots.
boots with
I don't
the
believe
fur.
you. I don't believe you. I don't
Oh
believe you.
yeah. Yep.
You definitely have furry boots, and I bet you Scooby has matching ones.
He has such little paws that he doesn't fit in anything.
Nah, you definitely have gotten that kid.
You know why?
I know how many outfits you have
You know
for that
what?
dog.
JFig.
Yes.
God gave him shoes to walk around. He carries them with him. They're called hooves. So whatever the feet are, there's a nice little protection.
It's called
underneath
paws,
his
idiot.
feet.
Gets small,
Paws.
okay.
Hey,
It's a small
don't
goat.
idiot me. You're an idiot.
You called him hooves. He's not a goat.
Minus one.
No, that's the show pony. That's not.
That is show
The Scooby.
I also don't have fur boots, okay? Nor do I have feathered boots, by the way. I know the chat is out here throwing that out.
Leroy's got Scooby as a boot roll.
Anyway, he has feet or paws that enable him to go into any conditions. These animals have been around long before you. Why do humans think they got to put shoes on their dogs?
He has little feeties.
Look at that.
He definitely has little Heat Jordans.
She got little puppy
Scooby
boys.
ones.
Scooby ones,
Scooby
dude.
ones. Scooby ones.
Look at that.
I'm telling you, he is that dog definitely has footwear somewhere.
He doesn't actually.
I'm telling you, I know he does.
I got him little socks once and they kept falling off because they're so small.
Well, that's because he not. You got. Okay. Oh, it'd be cute for your little dog, these socks.
No one told me anything. I just did it.
Oh.
And I regret nothing. It was really cute.
All right. But they didn't fit.
They didn't.
Right.
It's very sad.
When are we getting Tyler and Bam back, though, dude?
I know.
It's enough of this already.
Wait, so who's out tonight again? Remind me so I can make I can lay a wager.
Here you go. So you got Bam out, Haywood out, J. Rich out, Tyler out, Jovic, Sioux Falls.
I tell you what, but they have enough. They have enough energy with Jaime and some of the other guys that are playing.
You know who?
Right?
You know whose props you got to look at tonight? I'll tell you whose props you got to look at tonight. Kane Train, because they're not going to be on the Kane Train yet.
What?
Jamal Kane got to get see what his overs on rebounds is. I bet you it's like 3.5. Tell you, he's going to get 3.5 offensive rebounds by himself. Well, I guess you would always get rebounds by yourself, but you know what I mean.
So, Sergey, why do you have me as your wallpaper picture?
Let me see. Oh, okay.
Avatar.
Wait, isn't that what's the
I think the answer is Vlad because our Twitchers are weird.
Was that the San Diego chicken behind you?
No. That's from the Marlins.
That was when that Pepito, yeah. Came in here for the races, dude. But I'm telling you, Jamal Kane, I'm looking at his overs tonight. No J. Rich sneaks in there. Second night of a back-to-back. The Young love second nights of a back-to-back.
The Young?
Yeah.
What's the total in the game? What's the total? I think I might go under because Bulls don't really score that much. They don't have Levine, and
Is Levine still doing his fake injury holdout?
He's doing it right up until the trading deadline. He's probably going to hold on to that.
Interesting.
Do that. It's probably got to be 215, 218.
It is 217.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what 215, 218 would be.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. No, you nailed it. I'm just looking right now. Yeah, by far the lowest on the night. By far the lowest on the night.
Yeah, I don't think they think there's going to be much scoring in this game.
I mean, remember 215, 218 was
probably 216.5, but it's there. There's a hook.
What all right, so what do you got? What do you got? So you just on the Kane train.
Oh, I love Kane Train. Yeah. I'm just telling you right now. Cause I'm thinking Kevin Love, second night of a back-to-back. The old don't like second nights of a back-to-back, even if it's at home. So who's going to get rebounds? Who's going to get little put back? That's Kane Train. He's going to fill in those cracks right there.
All right.
Telling you. Plus he's got Caron Butler in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a good game for Thomas Bryant?
Hard to say.
He's got to fall into some stats because he's really the only big.
Him and Orlando Robinson. Yeah, he had a good game yesterday. Thomas Bryant, definitely his best game in a while. He was flexing on the Hornets.
I like doing the points, rebounds, and assist prop. I like that one.
Always go with Jokic and Luka.
You can't
go Jokic and Luka. You'll be sitting pretty.
Yeah, it's right around. It's always around 35. Yeah, it's crazy.
You also got to watch out tonight for the DeMar DeRozan flirt performance. He's going to see Riley there. He's going to bat his eyes at Pat Riley.
Dude, DeMar DeRozan doesn't help this team.
I agree with you, but that's not going to stop somebody from flirting. You want to talk about flirt with a triple-double? He's going to be flirting with the Godfather. He's going to be like, well, come on, get me.
You flirt more than anybody with every player that's available.
No, I don't. Not anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't. I hung up my harpoon. I'm not like that anymore.
Why do you lie?
But I'm not like that anymore. I'm not. I mean, Monday, Antontown, him and Spo, they're going to be bromancing it up. They're going to do enough. They're going to cause enough of a ruckus on their own.
Flirting.
Well, I said for Ant-Man, I said that the difference, the rules changed for Anthony Edwards. Well, so what?
You are.
I told you I would for Anthony Edwards. I'm not denying anything. So you're making it seem like I said I wouldn't, but I basically told you I'm doing it for everybody but Anthony.
Is it Stone Crab season?
What?
Is it Stone Crab season?
I don't know. What do I look like? In Jacques Cousteau?
No, you look like an eater, dude.
I've literally only had stone crabs with you at your house. Yeah.
You've never had stone crabs?
Not at a restaurant.
Oh my God.
Wow, you're missing out.
I heard. It was good at Leroy's house.
Hey, when we went to Prime 112, We had a dude that got like $3,000 worth of stone crabs for him.
He
and
was a
his
show
lady.
pony. Yeah, he was
Show
showing them off.
pony.
Yep.
Showing them off.
But I'm not, I'm not like that. Like if you could bring any other player, I'm not flirting with them. I don't care about DeMar DeRozan. People have like tried to send me the Zach LaVine stuff. I'm like, whatever, who cares? Not me. Hey, stop. Tobin flirting with the double McDouble. All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
12 things.